I can't stop sneezing.
Oh.
I think I don't know what it is about this corner of my room, but I literally for the past 5 minutes, it's just been nonstop.
Wow. Well, hello to you too. But you know so many words. I'm always in awe.
It's my bloodline. Lyric Swinton, how are you doing?
That feels like a threat these days when people ask like, how are you doing? You know, like, I'm gonna be honest, and some of you have probably noticed that I haven't been on Twitter a lot recently because I ain't got nothing to say. I'll be honest, y'all. The world has. It's not that it shocked me or anything. I don't have anything to say, and I realize that the rest of y'all also don't have anything to say. But y'all just tweeting through it, and I see some of the things that people are saying, and y'all talking crazy. Okay, it's just the stars are not aligning right now. I need to get. I just need to pull myself together. It's not every day. I just don't have anything to say. I wouldn't do a dog the way that they've been doing me lately. Like, I'm not even going to try to cap with you. I left my wine downstairs. Now I'm mad for real. I forgot. It's okay, because I have to get up in a minute. When my DoorDash order gets here, so I just do both.
DoorDash is crazy. It's 10 p.m. What you get?
I haven't eaten. It's Wingstop. I haven't eaten all day.
I've been so obsessed with Wingstop the past couple weeks. I've gotten it like 3 times, and I never used to like it. For the first time in my life, I feel so ashamed because I don't really try new things. Period. You know. My friends are like, "Oh, yeah, let's go to Wingstop." My life has been changed.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm
gonna get it tomorrow.
I don't like Wingstop wings. Wrong. It's the chicken sandwich for me. Like, wrong. They have that chicken sandwich, and it is so good. And I dip it in ranch, and it is so good. You can get it in different flavors, obviously. I've only gotten lemon pepper, and I've gotten the mango habanero, and I thought that was great. But I really like the lemon pepper. That's the one I get all the time.
I get like the sweet honey garlic. Oh my god, that's the reason to stay alive, kids.
It's really the
reason. If you're looking for some for a reason not to kill yourself, Wingstop is up there. Okay, we don't have a whole lot going for us at the moment. All right,
guys,
but try that first.
We'll see what happens.
And circle back. Okay?
Well, speaking of reasons to stick around, guys, people try to shame me for this. I mean, you can't shame me if I'm not shamed. I recreated the soup from Olive Garden. Everybody clap.
Oh my god. Y'all know how many damn times I've heard about this damn soup.
Yes, but not on camera. We haven't been sharing our opinions with the public lately. Good for them and for us. But I feel like we got to give the people a little something, you know, when we're on screen.
Okay, that's fine. But I want to acknowledge Wingstop kind of gives me the ick. I can't lie. It gave me the ick, and then I had it, and I was like, hold on.
My first introduction to Wingstop was Rick Ross, so I was a little cautious.
Accusations. False accusations.
So I was a little cautious, but
yeah. Sorry, Lyric. So you were Lyric in this damn soup.
Thank you, Chloe. Talk about it looked good. I wanted to. Do y'all want to see it? If enough people say it, I'll put the picture up.
Don't enough people do that.
If enough
do
people,
not give her this vindication, y'all. I cannot stress to you
say they want to see
how many different settings she has used to talk about this damn soup. Okay, y'all want to think you Lyric? They're gonna think you got a brand deal.
I'm working on it.
We should speak that into existence, okay, guys? Because honestly, Black Girl Wrestling. Also, if you're not subscribed to Black Girl Wrestling, go subscribe. Otherwise, I'm gonna call you everything but a child of God. But if you're not subscribed to Black Girl Wrestling, go subscribe. But I was gonna say we're so close to monetization, right?
Yes.
And we're so close to like ads and shit. We should start talking about who are our dream ads and partnerships. Because at this point, I think I can gaslight a couple of white companies into giving me some coins. So, whose money should we take?
5 minutes and 29 seconds. That has to be a record, Dani.
For what?
I mean, to say something crazy. Like, just say something.
Y'all think
crazy.
that was what? How was that crazy? You know what?
Right.
You know what? I really do. I mean it. And later we're gonna talk about what y'all are getting me for Black History Month, but we will circle back. First off, Lyric, who would you want? Whose money should we lock in on? And who do you think, like, who's the dream? And then who do you think is reasonable that we can convince us to give us some money?
Olive Garden would be a really important one for me. Like, I think that
important.
That would be
deeply
awesome.
Personal.
That would
Deeply
be awesome.
personal.
My close personal friends, Olive Garden, over at Olive Garden. What else would I like a sponsorship from?
Raytheon is crazy. The BlackRock sponsorship.
What's a good I'm trying to think. Like, what would I want a lifetime supply of?
I have my answer. Sorry. Your Olive Garden is my Culver's. Culver's.
Ooh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, Culver's, if you're watching, honestly, you can slime me about 2 pennies because I do the promo for free. I fucking love Culver's. Swear to God, them concrete mixers. We're keeping a running list of reasons not to kill yourself. At the top, Wingstop.
There's a better way we can say that. There's a better way. That's what I was saying to stay alive, but sure, your way works too.
Oh, is that worse?
Trying to keep this upbeat. Guys, look.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. You need to see this. Guys, look at that. Like, just seriously. This is amazing. Like, it took a while. It was a labor of love. But I'm really proud of how it turned out. You really got to get the ingredients just right, you know. Here. Oh wow. I completely messed this up. Hey. Well, yeah, Dani actually dropped off during that time. I think she's really upset that I took that opportunity. Oh, she's back.
Put me back in.
Hi.
Hi. We're gonna damn guys. Stop asking about the soup. Stop asking about the soup.
It's Zuppa Toscana. It's the Olive Garden, but I got a special recipe from a Black lady. That's what I like to call it. She added a couple new extra. She added in a few extra things that they didn't have the first time. Added a special je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais
quoi.
I'm sorry. I told myself that I'm not going to start. I'm going to stop easily laughing at some of the stuff that you say, but I can't help it, guys. Can't help it.
If nobody laughs and we just sit here and look at each other, not gonna make some awkward shit. I do want to come to the defense one more time. We will move on. I did see someone say that Culver's underwhelmed them. Here's the problem, right? Culver's cheese curds, honestly, mid, right? You're not going there for the cheese curds. That might be controversial. You're gonna walk in there and you're gonna say, "Hello." You're gonna walk in there and you're gonna exchange pleasantries, okay? Right. And after that much is done, you're going to look at the board and you're gonna say, "I want a vanilla concrete mixer with double cookie dough, and if you're feeling crazy, add in a third mix-in, which is brownie." Okay, that is the stuff that will keep you alive. I can't attest to everything else. Okay, everything else, like, you're kind of on your own, and then you go and then you wait. Are you a dip your French fry in like a milkshake kind of person?
I don't do it often, but I liked it when I did. I have done it in the past. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to doing it again.
I'm chronically known for that. A concrete mixer is what it goes into. Is it custard or ice cream? It's custard. Okay, it's custard.
Oh, so is it like Freddy's?
Yes, but better.
Okay. We don't have we only have Freddy's in South Carolina.
Yeah, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You fucking heard me. Okay.
That's supposed to be.
Culver's is for above the Mason-Dixon line. Okay.
What is wrong with you?
Hey, bruh, if your state was repping red in the 1800s, no Culvers for you.
Unfortunately, the state of South Carolina was first.
That's
first
about right.
We were the first to secede from the Union.
Honestly, Jalen, that's growy. That's crazy.
No, Jalen, I think we should say it louder. That's exactly what she said. Over in the chat here, that's exactly what Dani said. She said that the South doesn't deserve anything, like it doesn't have the highest Black population in the country. The highest concentration of Black people. So are you saying that Black people don't deserve Culvers?
I said Mason 69. But if that's how you want to take it. Oh my god. I'm also hearing reports that they have them in Tampa now too. That's fine.
They have them in Nashville when I went.
That's fine. What I'm saying is that at its core, in its essence, Culver's is Midwestern. That's what it is. That's the whole point. It comes from Wisconsin. That's where the cheese is from, bitch. Okay. So as long as we don't lose that, I guess I should apologize to both Black people and the LGBTQ plus community.
Also correct.
I guess there's a lot of y'all, who do deserve Culvers. So, you know what's funny? What's funny is that I hate when people say that because I'm from Indiana. So I hate when people look at like red states and be like, they don't deserve anything. I'd be like, guys, I didn't do it. I mean, IGGY. So I'm sorry for not calling you to IGGY.
Thank you.
I don't know if I've ever formally apologized on this show, so you guys clip that one because they'll never.
Don't worry. It's handled. It's first time for everything. It won't be the last time. Thank you though.
You know what else I want to talk about before we talk about Dynamite? Because guys, look, it's my third glass of wine. I got a lot of things on my mind.
It's so much happening, y'all.
Honestly, I feel like the world has been so heavy lately. Like, let's have a key,
Yes.
Let's get it off our chest. Dynamite was good. We will talk about it. But you know what I want to talk about first? Weddings. Okay? I feel like right now I'm 23, which I know halfway to 46. I'm chopped and also unk.
Oh my god.
Chopped and also unk. But I'm now of the age. Well, I want to talk about weddings and abortions. Okay. So first abortions, I actually think that's easier. So I feel like 23 is like such an interesting age where you have to start doing check-ins with your friends to say, hey, if you got pregnant right now, would this be good news or bad news? Would this be
you're absolutely correct.
Because I feel like up until this point, right? Like, shut up, Jalen. I feel like up until this point, right? Like when you're like 19, 20, that answer is a lot easier, It's like,
but yeah, that's a good. Yeah,
you get you get around this age, and people start being like really happy and like family planning and shit, and you're like, oh, you want this baby,
Yeah.
So that's new to me, guys. It's new.
No. I know that's very actually.
I said weddings and abortions, so we're keeping the conversation light.
Which truly, compared to previous episodes, I agree. I think I experienced this so early because I might have talked about this before. I don't know if I have, but in like my personal life, like my best friend got pregnant like 2 weeks. Well, she found out she was pregnant like 2 weeks after we graduated high school. And I remember it felt like the most catastrophic thing. Then she decided to keep her. And I said, whoa. And so it was such an interesting experience for me because I'm as you could tell, probably, I'm a very hands-on person. So like, even if I don't agree with your decision, if you say we're having a baby, we're having a baby.
I'm in the village.
So I would be on my college campus in student government meeting, babysitting. I have a baby on my hip while I'm babysitting because and so it's funny. My goddaughter's about to turn 9 next month, but it's so weird because that happened to me when I was 19, and I'm 27 now.
Damn.
And somewhere around how I say it, probably 24, 25, people around me started having kids for fun. So
That's why I'm like,
when they told me, I would react like, I'm so sorry. Or I'd be like, what are we going to do?
You have to practice. That's what I'm like, I feel like you get to your mid-20s. I'm still, like, you get to your mid-20s, you have to practice the neutrality. It's like, because my first instinct is devastation. I'm like, oh no, diva down.
Bro, my friend will tell you that literally the day that I remember the day she told me she was pregnant. I was sitting at the kitchen table and with the lights off, and I just put my head down and wept. To the point where like my grandma had to come check on me, like, are you okay? I wept. You would have thought I was pregnant. You would have thought.
That's like, why I'm like
wept.
But that it's also so interesting because everybody's just at such different stages of their life that like this would be like incredible, like a miracle to so many people in my exact same position. If that happened to me, first of all, nobody would ever know. I'd be across these state lines so fucking quick, nobody would ever know. But I've got to practice my poker face and wait for them to react. So this is a good, I guess. It's a reminder to check on your friends who are not pregnant and say, hey, if you got pregnant tomorrow, would we be happy about this?
Is this a good thing?
Just keep the waters tested. I would be the worst mother ever. Like,
I was going to ask you that, but I was going to ask, like, I didn't know if that was like too invasive for this stream. Like, or is kids something like you're interested in?
Never, like, ever. You see me with a kid, it's because we've both been kidnapped. We can't keep this stream up.
Oh my god.
Hey yo.
I knew you were going to be honest. I just, wow. You know so many words.
What would I do with the kid? There are people my age, people I went to high school with, people I went to college with who are having children, raising families, buying homes. I'm sitting up here hosting a Kenny Omega post show that I might cry about. What the fuck? Does that seem like somebody emotionally stable enough to raise a human being? No. No.
I'm only laughing because I had this conversation with somebody earlier today of like justifying why. Like I said, people always told me I was going to change my mind when I got older, And like seeing your friends get married and have kids, it's going to change your perspective about like, wanting kids. And especially now I turn 28 next month and I'm just like,
damn.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm kidding. 28 is so youthful. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Anyway, I turn 28 next month and I'm just like, I think I'm almost doubling down harder in the sense of just like, I feel like I haven't been persuaded yet. Like I even feel that way about marriage too, but I think I could be a little bit more lenient on that long term, maybe. But it would have to be like a once in a lifetime scenario.
Well, that's the whole thought. Yeah,
that's the point. Yeah, that's
what it's supposed to be.
Like, a child, like
literally sounds like my worst nightmare. It sounds like my worst nightmare. Like, I cannot imagine that reality for myself. And it's so crazy and so funny because my best friend and I were having this conversation like not too long ago. And she's like, oh no, it's just always been, like a desire of mine. And she's incredible. She's my favorite ever. And I'm like, I've never had that. I've never looked at a child and said, I need that. I've never looked at a family unit and been like, can't wait till that's me. Hell no. You know what I've thought my whole life was just like, wow, both a husband and a child would get in my way.
I agree. I literally had this conversation.
I do the stuff I want to do. Now, again, I'm with you in the same, guys, fourth glass of wine. I'm with you in the same vein where it's like, I feel like I've softened on the idea of marriage. Like, I could see myself getting married, which is why I want to talk about weddings too. I will never, ever, ever have a child. I would not be a good parent. And I think that it's important to know that about yourself before you fucking bring a kid into the goddamn world. Also, being pregnant sounds like truly like the worst thing ever.
But being pregnant during the South Carolina summer, I think would kill me. Just
you know what else I've been thinking about? Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying like I had the exact same conversation with my friends too, just like because like I love it for them, right? Like I love it for them because I think like they're either already great moms or they're going to be great moms.
I'll be a great aunt. I'll be a great aunt.
I am a great aunt, you know, and I think also too there was a huge age gap between myself and my brother, so like I played a big role in like raising him. So like I feel kind of, and like I said, I had a goddaughter, but I was 19. I was 19, and like you know, so I
also shouldn't be a godparent because
well that's between them people and God if they bestow their kids on you. But I mean,
honestly like I'm like this. You search the world high and low, and you think that I'm the best person if something happens to you to take care of this kid. Now I would step up, like I would do it, but like I am not best fit for this. And
it's definitely not a title that I grew up wanting, but it has become, I would say, probably maybe the most rewarding title that I carry.
Sure.
I've really enjoyed. Yes, I did my time. Like, no, I played such a big role, and even in my childhood, like not to like dox myself or anything, but I didn't get much. But, the dox wasn't the right word to use there.
Okay,
overshare. Overshare was probably.
You remember that one time you were like, guys, I'm on this plane. Who else?
No, don't bring that up. I don't bring that up. I know what you're talking about. Just don't do it. Don't do it. It's okay. I admit that I fucked up that day. Right. I was really excited. That's how you know.
Right.
But I digress. What I was saying was, I got that experience of taking care of people from a really early age and like having to grow up really, really fast. And like, I still feel like right now I'm trying to make up for my teen years in the sense of like, I think about the way that I go on some of these trips and the way that I spent money, especially like as soon as I graduated college. It's kind of embarrassing. Like, it's kind of embarrassing how, oh my God, I can use my passport. Good Lord. I know I'm always
it ain't there to get dusty.
There's always going to be a part of me that is going to be that irresponsible. And I don't think that you could be that irresponsible in good faith and have children.
Like Jalen said, kids deserve parents who want them. I don't want them. So I think that kids deserve better than me. They deserve better than me. So I won't be that.
You tell me just literally, like, for example, I don't got my priorities in order. I was going to say, I don't got my priorities in order. Right? You tell me, oh my God, let's say it's August, right? It's August. Beyonce has a tour date and Kenny Omega wrestling in Wembley, but oh, my kids gotta go back to school.
Clothes.
Okay.
Can I help you, player? You didn't grow that much.
Okay. Whatever, nigga.
Like, I'm not a god. I'm not a god.
Our worst, I'm gonna be treating you in ways I won't treat myself. Yeah. We'll go to a thrift store for sure. Lyric, have you suggested maybe saving some money and flying Spirit?
I'm just not going. And I realize I'm too bougie for kids because I barely got enough for me. All right.
And also too, like the thought of traveling with kids, bro, like especially international,
no, I can't even Lyric. This is literally nightmare fuel for me. Sounds like the worst possible situation. I think it's just because like I'm already know make a school of absentee parentism.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do exactly what he did. I'm gonna drop that kid off. I'll see him about 12, 15 years.
I'll see you in the dome, nigga. In the Tokyo.
And not a minute before. Tell me to delete this number. Other thing I wanted to talk about, I guess we homeschooling. You guys are funny tonight. Maybe I'm just drunk. Other thing I wanted to talk about.
No, they're funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean to imply that you can only be funny because I'm intoxicated. You're all funny. Even though some of you are men, I'll allow it. What was I gonna say? Weddings. Weddings are the other thing because I was only just talking about this with my dad, but I was like, I feel like, right? There's like, we've always had like bridezillas, right? Or like that term or like whatever, of people who get really, really obsessed with their wedding and want to control every minute. I feel like that's an extreme. The vast majority of people are not bridezillas. Like, but I feel like with the rise of social media and everything, the standard has like increased. You know what I mean? So nobody's like as extreme. It's not like everybody's flocking this way, but everybody has taken a step towards, you know, no, this is my wedding. Everything will be da, 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 da. And I just don't care about enough people to go to so many weddings. And again, everybody's like, no, you hit your mid-20s, it's just wedding after wedding after wedding. I don't plan on doing that. And it's like stupid shit where it's like, oh, everybody wants to do, you know, we're gonna do a bachelorette trip, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And it's like, I don't actually like you that much. And my problem is, I will be the person, I will kill the vibe. You ask me bridesmaid, ask me to be a bridesmaid, I will say, I don't know you like that. That sounds expensive. Danielle, you're one of my closest friends. Really? So I just like,
I can see you doing that to me. Be like, I don't know you. I can imagine flying in to I'm in town for your wedding. I don't know you. Never heard of you.
Lyric, can I tell you the God's honest truth? It's not that bad, but it is. I didn't have your number saved for like a year.
I believe you.
But I will say, no, Lyric, if you invited me to your wedding, I would be over the moon and I would go. If you asked me to participate in your wedding, I would have a conniption. I would be so excited. I'd be so excited. But that list is very short. I don't give a fuck. And you know what else I don't like about weddings? Why I gotta get you a gift because you're happy? What the fuck? I gotta get you a gift because you're in love. Buy me one.
You like this nigga.
What the fuck? This nigga decide he want to spend the rest of his life with you, and now I gotta get both you bitches a toaster? What the fuck?
And now I think especially too of like so many of my friends, if just not most of them, like we don't live in the same place. So not only I gotta buy you a gift, and I gotta pay to come, and I gotta pay for somewhere to lay my head because I can't stay with you like I usually do because you probably
getting married and shit.
You know, like I did it, and I realized that you really have to love the person. I say this as like from a bridesmaid perspective. Like I was just a bridesmaid recently. You really have to love that person to be.
Yeah, I'm like, and that list is short.
And and even if you're not getting married, I feel like it makes you put a lot of perspective. Like even coming out of that, I was like, ooh, my list of close friends, like close friends, is very small.
Lyric, if you got married next week, would I be invited?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I'm like, you know this, like, unfortunately, like when I like make friends, I don't like make friends really easily. So I kind of imprint on people. I will have to like forcibly like not tell people, like force myself to not say, hey, do you want to be a bridesmaid? Everybody want to be, I think everybody should. Like, I think everybody's gonna
be a bridesmaid. I think like
just, yeah, I don't like.
You would let me be a bridesmaid in your wedding, like dead ass.
Yeah. I think about like from a lot of the people, like you're one of the people I talk to most. Like so.
So fun.
But again, this is theoretical.
Jalen said, I'm not getting y'all KitchenAid kiss my ass. No, that's how I feel.
I will say I am one of those girls who did not grow up thinking about a wedding or anything. So like when I was really shocked, I would say when I went to college and like the years afterwards where like girls started showing me like their Pinterest boards and stuff, because I was very shocked.
I never dreamed of a wedding either. Well, I never dreamed, honest to God, and maybe this will get too deep for a Dynamite after show. I never dreamed of, and I still don't really, of sharing my life with someone. Like whenever I picture my future, it's me doing whatever I want. And so like everybody'd be like, oh yeah, and then you and your husband, I'd be like, now why would he be there? Why would
No, I agree. I wasn't really.
I will say, like, I think that I've softened on that, and I've softened on the idea of marriage, but I've never been like, and then I would do this at my wedding, and I would whatever. And I hate. I'm gonna get off my woke chair in a second, but I hate that there are so few times in somebody's life that we come together to celebrate somebody, especially for women, and like bitches and people won't show up to like your graduation or won't show up to like you running a marathon, but they'll drop everything and take PTO to see you get married to a man.
Married because a man chose you. chose you. You got picked. I no, I go back and forth. This is actually one of my biggest pet peeves as I've gotten older. I think also too of just like for me personally, and this is honestly something like I think I've told you about this, but I've struggled with as in like my last few years in the sense of I do a lot and like I have a lot of niche interest, but also like these last few years, don't get me wrong, it's been really hard from a personal standpoint, but from a professional standpoint, I'm so proud of so many of the things that I've accomplished. And like especially like when it comes to wrestling, it's so much stuff like I've dreamed of like since I was a kid. But I've noticed now that without those, if it's not a partner or if it's not like
people don't care.
Engagement, people don't care. And it's really, and I used to tell myself when I was growing up like, oh, it doesn't bother me, I know like this thing is everybody's not into what I'm into. But as I get older, I'll be honest, I'm sensitive. It does piss me off. It really makes me mad, but it's also made me really more intentional of like I need to, like some people you'll always be friends with for life, for sure, like those are just lifelong bonds. But I think as you get older, you have to be intentional in the sense of I want to be around people who uplift and acknowledge who I am right now. Like it's great that we went to high school together. It's great that we went to college together. It's great like we grew up together. But I'm not that person anymore. And I actually really like the person that I've become. And I hope that you like that person too. But if you don't, it's okay because I'm going to surround myself with people that actually do.
It's actually not okay if you don't like the person that I'm a really cool bitch. So choosing to opt out, I think that makes you weird. I'm kidding. No, I agree. And I think that like I've never, even now when I think about like, sorry, I'm let me focus. When I think about weddings, I'm like, what are we actually celebrating? You know, that's why I'm like, I saw somebody in the comments, I don't know who it was, but I agree with the sentiment of like, I would want to turn the fuck up. I would want the party of the century. Now, the thing is, if I'm not married by the time I'm 30, which is like what? Like 2 Olympics? If I'm not married by the time that I'm 30, which I don't plan on being, I'm going to throw the biggest party ever. And maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll bait people into thinking it's a wedding party, but it'll just be a celebration of all the things I've done by the time I'm 30.
No, I told myself that for 30, I plan to like, I'd never really take my birthday seriously. I don't do like a lot of big stuff. Like I don't like tell my friends like, oh yeah, we need to fly out for this trip. But for 30, I'm actually going to make a montage of my life. I'm going to blow up all of my favorite photographs. I'm going to put all my accomplishments on the wall. We're going to do trivia games. It's going to be. I
did that this year.
It's gonna be you're really fun. I have a hard time like taking up space when it comes to stuff like this, and that's why I give myself a deadline of 30. And so yeah, it's going to be a big deal.
Good.
We're going to put my face on everything. You're invited. Everybody's going to go around and say nice things about.
I literally make people do that every year because the thing is, well, I'm gonna get deep about birthdays in a second, but like. I want to acknowledge what you said. I also like the fact that you think we're going to be friends in 2 years. Who's to say?
We don't have a choice, Dani.
Who's to say?
We don't. I have a few ideas.
I'm still waiting on that big public falling out. It can happen. Well, hold out hope.
Not anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I feel. I think we're good on the big public falling out. I think we're locked in for better.
She's no fucking fun, guys. She's no fun.
No, I'm a realist. We know too much about each other, and that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
No. I think a lifelong bonding is great for builds character, builds sisterhood.
Hey, I would say that at the crux of most relationships is trauma. So,
is that what we're calling it?
I think we're thinking of different things. I just mean the fact that the problem is like I come out here and I say my whole business on the Dynamite Diaries, and then we hang up the show, and then I say my whole business to Lyric. But I was gonna say the thing with birthdays for me, is that
mutually assured friendship. Yes, exactly.
I wouldn't call it mutual.
It totally is.
I wouldn't call it.
The gig is up. Unfortunately, people do know you love me, so it's kind of unfortunate.
Like we're just using words so liberally. you know, like intentionality is so key.
The people know. You shouldn't have let it slip.
I've never once said that I loved you.
No, you didn't. But no, well, now you did. But no, you didn't. But like I said, the people know.
I do. Know. But I'm like, I know those words would never come out of my mouth.
No. But now they have. Now they have. I'm gonna clip that right at the. You never heard me.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, BRB, can you talk for a minute while I go get my?
I can talk for so many minutes. Yes. Okay, everybody. What I was gonna say, my other big beef about weddings. Why the fuck is everything so fucking expensive? It's so expensive to have a wedding. It's so expensive to be in a wedding. And I just don't think I've got enough love in my heart for all these people. Like, what the fuck? And so, like, being asked to be a bridesmaid, like, okay, it's got to be the people that you are closest to in your deepest parts of your soul. Because, like, if you're asking me to take off work to come to your wedding, you usually take off work to come to your bachelorette. I've got to spend all this fucking money on hair, makeup, like all this different shit. Like, and I have to get you a gift. And it's like so time consuming and it's so financially constraining that you have to really love that person. I think that list is very short. I can think of 5 bitches off the top of my head and 2 of them are his sisters, right? I'm not gonna be everybody's bridesmaid. 2, I'll go to everybody's wedding because I like to party, but I'm not gonna be everybody's bridesmaid. And then the idea of like being a bride. Oh my god, guys, that's so scary. The idea of being a bride is truly like a devastating thought to me. I think a wedding could be fun. I've softened on the idea now. I used to be like, I'm never getting married. Like, you know, I will tell you what, I'm never taking a man's name. Why would I do that? I have a name. That feels silly to me. I don't need another one. But I've softened on the idea of a wedding. I've softened on the idea of marriage because I feel like once you know, like, whatever. But what I hate about weddings is like the automatic wedding upcharge where it's like, oh, will you take these pictures for us? They would normally be $20 or like $50, like they'd normally be like $500. And they're like, oh, it's for your fucking wedding? That'll be $5,000. Are you serious? What? And same with the cake. I swear to God, I would get a cardboard cutout of fucking cake. I get a Walmart sheet cake, serve that shit from the back. You bitches will never fucking know, okay? I feel like all that's needed for a good wedding and for a good experience for other people to have a good time at your wedding. Good food, good music, alcohol.
I agree.
That's all you really need. Everybody be doing all this crazy shit for their weddings and then be taking out loans and shit to cover for one day of your life. Hello?
I also think too is like having a great understanding of your friends' strengths is really important. Like if you know that one friend is like, I think sometimes, how do I say it? And I learned this from like observing at one of my best friend's wedding. I think like we are very close friends, but I was not the right friend to play some of those roles that, like that happen in a wedding. Just somebody has to keep the party hype. Somebody has to like be the life of the part. I'm exhausted. Okay, I'll just start there. I'm exhausted. But somebody, typically your bridesmaids, your hostess, or whoever, like it's so many different roles and moving parts and give speeches and all sorts of stuff like that. And understanding like, okay, who actually is equipped to play the role of a bridesmaid? Who has like the time, the energy, the finances to be able to do, the thing.
Oh my God. Sorry, Jalen just unlocked a new level here. Maid of honor. Oh God. I've got 2 sisters, so hopefully, I was saying, if they both get married, hopefully I only have to do it once because we'll like rotate. But like that sounds like, oh no, my best friend. Oh my God, maid of honor sounds like so much and so expensive. You know what I feel like though? I honestly feel like I have all the makings of a fantastic wedding planner because I think I can be super fun. I'm also crazy and intense about details. And I'm very effective at yelling when I need to be. I actually think that I would be, and in another life, maybe this one, I think I'd be a fantastic wedding planner. Just don't ask me to be in your wedding. Unless I love you, unless I've said the words, I love you, I want to be in your wedding, the answer is no.
Well, I'm on the list now. Amen.
You
I'm joking, bro.
If you asked me to be in your wedding, I would be in your wedding.
Listen, I don't think I'm not even open to potentially getting married until at least I would say well after 30. Well after 30. I'm not even open to it.
At least 2 more Olympics.
Yeah, I'm not even open to it. Like, and especially I need at least another degree.
Yeah.
I need to relocate to a major city.
Yeah.
I need to have lived abroad for at least a year.
See, I'm okay with doing like a long engagement though, because I feel like what gags me is when people, you know what, and I hope I'm not offending anyone in the audience, but what gags me is when niggas, I mean people, will get engaged, and then like act like, oh yeah, like act like you're not promised to each other in the same way that you are when you're getting married. Like an engagement to me is that's like once you're fiancés, you might as well be married because you're saying, no, I want to spend the rest of my life with this
That's
person.
how it's supposed to work. But
so I just don't get when people are like, oh,
did you ever hear that episode of the Dynamite Diaries where I went into the concept of a shut up ring?
Yes. We talked about it a lot because oh my god. I know there's not a man alive that thinks that would be effective. I don't shut up when I sleep, let alone talk about shut up. Anyway, I'll Eat Wrestling had a show tonight. Dynamite. Guys, Stella Rosa Black is the drink of choice. Here's the thing. I don't even love it. I was
about to say it's a little too sweet for me.
Well, I love sweet wines, but this one, for whatever reason, don't love, but it's getting the job done. I don't love this visual either. This looks like I have a problem, so I'm going to set this down.
I feel like Stella Rosa, I've outgrown it.
She thinks she rich, everybody. That's what she thinks. She's too good for Stella Rosa.
It's not even like Stella Rosa, the brand. It's just more so like the style of. I realized like, oh, I don't want to be that type of wine drinker that only drinks sweets.
I do. I have a sweet tooth though.
But you're gonna evolve.
Huh?
You're gonna evolve though.
No.
You're not always going to drink. I'm not even saying it has to be like super bitter, but it's just like I have expanded, I think, my wine taste and preferences.
I think I'm too stubborn to ever change, for better or for worse.
That's fair.
Because I did a wine tasting when I was in Italy, and I was like, oh wow, I hate dry wines and I hate white wines.
I've never done it.
And then I did one in Greece, and I hated it, and I hated all of those, respectfully.
I've never done a
here, like really. I did one here like 2 weeks ago. It's funny how different they are, different places. Because in Italy, they were like, here's all these different steps. In Greece, they're like, here's all these different steps. You're supposed to swirl it around and then smell it and then drink a little bit and then spit it back up. I was like, I'm not doing that shit.
I've done a tequila tasting, and then I've done a beer tasting.
Ew, I hate beer.
Okay, but here's the thing. This is my origin story. So the first time I ever studied abroad, like I had to pick, like we had a partner with no, actually, I actually didn't pay for this trip, thank God. But I had to choose between 2 trips, and because I only had time for a winter semester, which is 2 weeks. So I had Spain or Germany. I ended up picking Germany because I used to have like a resident from when I was an RM who was from Germany, and we used to talk a lot. But the only class they offered, it was strategy and brand management in the craft beer industry, like in the beer industry. But the thing, so my introduction to like that was the best beer you could think of, which is Germany. So we were having tastings, and like, no, I'm gonna be honest, I could see why you think beer is disgusting. Beer in Germany was a delicacy. It was amazing. And it was so
believe you that it was better there. I'm just like the opposite. I'm like, I'm traumatized by it. Beer is disgusting. Well, have you tried this kind? Have you tried this kind? No, because they're all fucking nasty. And I feel like alcohol is the one thing that I feel like I fit into every stereotype about like women because I'm like, no, it needs to taste like juice or I'm not drinking it. Like
somebody was like, oh, tequila tasting is a wild.
It is wild. Somebody said, have I had blackberry wine? I haven't. Is it good?
It is good. Duplin has a good one. It's a winery down in North Carolina that they distribute in the South, but they have a good one. But tequila tasting,
they have it.
I did that at the Forbes Under 30 Summit. There was a
she brought this up so she can talk about her study abroad in Germany and her first Under 30 thing. When I went to common folk,
when I went to
common folk.
When I was a Forbes Under 30 scholar in 2019, there was one of the sponsors was Tequila Herradura. They're the one who have like the horseshoe on the bottle. And so I'm gonna be honest, I was supposed to be in sessions, but they were like, yeah, there was an app. So it was just like, yeah, over in this part of the hall, there's free tequila over here. I said, bet. And I was still in college and it was homecoming week. And I was doing this when I wanted to be with the rest of my friends who were getting drunk literally every single night of homecoming week. So, I went but it was really fascinating though. I learned so much about like how tequila is actually made in agave. And I learned about like the differences between like the different versions because, like there's the more clear looking one and then there's the more yellow looking one and then there's brown tequila. I didn't know about none of that. I didn't know about none of that. I know like there's different ones, but I didn't know like what are the, so I like that they finally like explained it all to me because I didn't know that, liquor. Liquor. There was another
girl. I can't do vodka, so I would probably enjoy that. I'm a tequila girl.
I only like vodka when it's in things. Like I don't really like it on its own.
Because the first time I ever drank, I got alcohol poisoning, and it was vodka. So I was traumatized. I can't do it again.
What brand was it?
Oh my god, I can't remember, but it was literally, I think it was Pink Whitney, and it was because my sister and I we drank at home because neither one of us had drank before, and we didn't know how to drink, and we didn't know you were supposed to mix it with stuff, so we were drinking straight vodka, and like a lot of it, and it was a whole thing.
I want to talk specifically to Pink Whitney, Svedka, Ciroc.
I can taste. No, hey.
What?
I got a butt in about Ciroc though. Green apple Ciroc.
Shut up. Anyway, New Amsterdam.
What you mean?
All of you.
You know what?
I want you to know that I just want you to know everything attached to you will fall. I want all of y'all to know that everything attached to you will fall. If you work for Svedka, you're terrible.
You're a criminal.
Yes, I was about to say something even crazier.
I know what you're gonna say, but I agree with you. You know what my friends and I drink now that like what we drink every time? Soju. Oh
my god! Yay!
Is my favorite drink of all time. Green apple soju, peach soju, white grape soju. And it has a high alcohol content. You miss that shit with lemonade. You were turned up, not even knowing why.
I wonder if they sell that at the Asian grocery store.
They do around here. Here they sell it at Kroger. So
wow.
Yeah. Guys, if you've never tried soju before, trust me on this one.
Yeah.
That's who should sponsor us. It should be Culver's, and so I don't know what the brand's called.
I actually want a sponsorship
green bottles
from Crave Canada. I would like a sponsorship from them.
I want to. I was gonna say something crazy. Hudson Williams.
Hudson Williams.
I want whatever requires for you and I to be in proximity to one another. But you know what? I gotta be honest. I feel like everybody talking so much about Hudson that we're like. Y'all leaving Connor over here up for grabs.
We're not leaving Connor up for grabs. There's actually
everybody clear the area.
I don't know if you saw the rant. I don't know if you saw the rant that I was going on earlier, but I was just like, the problem is, I don't think.
Guys, for those who don't know, we're talking about heated rivalry again.
I don't think people are purposely leaving Connor out of the conversation. It's just. Every time he step outside the house, we got to talk about that man.
No, we don't. That's why I'm decent.
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean.
Yes,
but like we're taking away from him.
I saw something. It was like headline Connor story, and it should be and nobody.
No and. Look at that face card. There's no and.
If it's not Hudson, we talk alone. We don't share headlines. We don't share. What
we politicking like a mug over here. You got a separate dressing room.
Right. It's this new Drewski meme, not meme, but it's a video, and it's like my new vocal stem. It's just like this staff only. This is staff only.
Connor story.
This is staff only. We have two main characters. I don't know why y'all are trying to do all this revisionist history. This is staff only.
Y'all letting this white man rewrite the narrative. He not even.
Staff only. This is for staff.
You know what? Connor's story. The thing is, I differed from what y'all were saying a little bit in the group chat earlier because I think that his way of engaging with the show for him so far has been the healthiest way to engage with the show.
No, I agree. I have no problems.
Well, hold on. Because what I mean is, and I think that sometimes the two ideas have gotten conflated. So you've got Hudson over here who's everywhere, doing everything all the time, and he love it. He love being outside.
Actually, in that interview, he said, "Bro, I hate it here." He said, "We party all day. I'm so tired." He said, "I'm so tired. We can tell you tour Milan every which way but loose."
Including loose. But I think what the fuck am I trying to say? I think that the way Connor's engaging with the show is healthy for him because I love the idea that he has no idea what's going on online. I love the idea that he was like, "Oh, y'all like it? Girl, you don't even know." But I will say, like, I think that you should be able to engage with the show like that and also have a team who's able to actually capitalize on the opportunities that are going to make sense for you. And so I'm just hopeful that, like, long term, you got people who are looking at this and making the right decisions for you as you are healthily disengaged. You know what I mean? Because, like, you being a YSL like sponsor, I love that for you. That's fantastic. That's right up your alley. I want to make sure that we considered all the offers, babe, because that is a generational face card, honey, and you're going
cheekbones to die for
everywhere that's up, babe. And so I don't know, but I hope that you're doing well. What I will say is completely separate from that. We have to talk about Dynamite Lyric. We cannot make it to the 1 hour mark and not speak about wrestling. But
to be fair, we went on an hour and 20-minute rant last episode.
Did we?
Yeah, we went before we even talked about the show. But no, I agree.
So I was just gonna add, finally, ladies, leave your man at home because the club is full of ballers and they pockets full grown. Okay, Connor's story. I don't know what your relationship, friendship, anything is with that man. What I will say is he wants to milk it for everything that it's worth to be near you and near your shine, girl. Okay? Now, if y'all go together, that ain't none of my business. That ain't none of my business. What I will say, we're here to work. We're here to work. And his names will not be in the contract, honey. So hey, when y'all take pictures, he got to stand over here to the side. When y'all engaging, when you're working these rooms and everybody wants to be around you, near you, get you your bag.
It's so funny,
man at home.
ASAP had a conversation about that, like between him and Rihanna, and talked about like that's why they work so well is because they had an understanding of that. Like separate lives, separate brands.
This is business.
Listen, Connor Story has jumped up so far on the client list to where he's up there, unfortunately, with the wrestlers, like my monkeys, like in my real circus. In my real circus, like I feel like with the fandom circle, sometimes I dabble every now and then. I can't get down. Auntie can't get down with y'all the way. Auntie can't get down with y'all the way that I used to because I don't got no energy. But these two, they live my circus. We don't want no problems. So like I said, when it's your photo shoot time, that's your picture time. We don't share, no substitutes. We don't share. So do what you want with that information.
You know what it feels like? Oh, I can't make that. I was gonna make a real life comparison to a couple in wrestling, but that was gonna be mean, so I'm not going to.
No.
I'm so glad I caught that. Y'all would have hog-tied me.
Speaking of which, I meant to say this. Well, I'm not really on Twitter right now, but y'all watch Wonder Man. Marvel, you will fall for what you did to that project. But like,
what the hell that got to do with anything?
I just wanted to say, like, support Black.
You said speaking of, but then you didn't.
It just made me think. Support Black projects, because Marvel, the way that y'all released that show was nasty. Just like y'all did Ironheart, just like you did the Captain America and the Winter Soldier. You think I didn't notice? Because I did.
Yeah, now Captain America's white again.
I'll eat wrestling had a show tonight. All Elite Wrestling had a show tonight. I want to talk about. I want to talk about the way that this show made me feel.
Oh, I was gonna say a word I don't want on the internet, but
the way that it made me feel. When we opened the show, I thought they was gonna give me time to prep. Like I thought they were gonna give me time to prep. All of I heard us, oh my god!
No, before that, I heard the crowd. They said, "Kenny." I was in the next room trying to make my dinner. I said, "Oh no, that can mean but one thing.
I don't know.
The greatest of all time has been summoned."
Oh my god!
And he appeared just like I wished for him with that genie.
Oh my god! I realized then it kind of goes back to the marriage conversation. Like, bro, if you can't make me feel like that at minimum, no. No. I felt like I was on fire. He's incredible. It was the way he was moving. I said, "Oh, we done." I think Emily said this. Yeah, we put that I'm hurt and wash gimmick down. We not doing that no more.
No, bitch, we up. We up. Fucking up.
Want you to put the word out that we back up.
Tuck your chain, nigga.
The way he was
moving fantastic. I was eating out the palm of his hand. And then they said, matter of fact, Kenny, you gonna wrestle next week too? I said, does he know that? This is great. Week to week.
Like I said, I feel better than I've ever been. Bring your baddest bitch out.
Bring your baddest bitch out. And it's like that clip of Beyonce, and she's like, I'm here to work. I don't eat. I don't sleep. I'm here to work. Yes. Baby, it's tax season. He can't write unemployed on them forms. He will be making that money back. Thank you. But you know what else gagged me? What else got me? Was that then Tony Schiavone, I don't know what the hell was going on, right? Because he got out there, he looked like he was reading off a teleprompter that was repeating, so that was a bit odd. But worse,
the sound was crazy for a minute.
But worse than that, he had on these disgusting Crocs, or I don't know what they were, but they were bright neon.
What the fuck does he have on? And
that was a crime. I don't like to call people out for what they're wearing because whatever. I'm not Perez Hilton's chopped ass. But that nobody looked at your fit up and down and said, do you want to try other options?
Speaking of which,
there's not a friend in that company to you, bitch. Not a friend.
Dani, I watched your TNA review.
Oh, brother.
Because I was having a really bad day. And wow, you're so interesting.
What's that mean?
You're so interesting. No, I laughed a lot, and to the point to where I was like, okay, she's not that funny. I said, like, okay. I said, she's not that funny.
She is.
But I laughed so much. It just made me think when you were talking about the Perez Hilton of it all, of like, why were you watching TNA?
Because I said I would. I did it for you guys. I watched the first episode of Total Nonstop Action's Impact 2 Thursdays ago because I was trying to serve the people so that you guys wouldn't have to, so that y'all could know for real. Because also you're going to have people on the timeline who going to lie, right? who gonna tell you, oh, this was bad just because they hate TNA, or they're gonna dick ride and say, oh, since I hate AEW, TNA was fantastic. I said, let me watch this shit with a semi-open mind and tell y'all just exactly what's going on. That show was terrible.
Ass.
I tried. I'm telling you guys, I tried. I watched in there open-minded. I did a review on Black Girl Wrestling if you want to know my full thoughts. But I texted Lyric as I was watching that show, and I was like, oh, because Matt Hardy had been like, oh, we coming up to that number 2 spot. We coming up to the number 2 spot in the U.S. I texted Lyric. I said, All Elite Wrestling, your spot is safe.
Don't worry about it.
There will be no challenger to you anytime soon. And I Dani, why you watching it? I was trying to be open-minded. Me and AEW are not married, okay? It comes across that way sometimes because I don't choose really to date outside the relationship, but we are not monogamous, okay? They have not asked me to go steady with them. We are not exclusive. I was trying something else. Sometimes the first date goes bad. And sometimes, and you know what? Y'all gonna get me on a fucking TNA rant because the most audacious part of that whole thing, I was watching there having absolutely no fun at all. And then they were like, now, the pay-per-view on Saturday, the fucking what? If you think that I'm gonna sit through you think I'm gonna sit through this shit that ain't got no fucking wrestling. First of all, half the people you told me gonna be here not fucking here. There's no wrestling really. Perez Hilton here looking chopped as fuck. And y'all gonna be like, and so when you pay us on Saturday, you're not gonna see any of the things that we said we're gonna be here. What? When I do what?
They said, yeah, Leon Slater, he ain't here. Danny Luna, she ain't here.
Y'all want to see Moose? Are you serious? I just met you, and this what you throwing at me?
They said, oh, where's Rasmussen? They don't work here no more. Y'all can have Trado.
I literally said in that review, I was like, it feels like when you go on a ship first date, and then the guy is like, so your place or mine? You think this went well?
No, I'm not gonna lie, and we're gonna get to this later when we talk in the show, maybe. But we'll get to this later in the show when we get to like one of the debuts of the night of just. I think Tony Khan got to a point where he just reminded himself, "I'm a billionaire. I don't even have to have a use for any of these people. I could just. Nobody turning down free money in this economy. Nobody turned it down. Like nobody's gonna turn down free money. I don't even.
He's young and turnt.
I don't even want these people. I just don't want you to have them. So, Fairs, one question before we get back to the Kenny segment because it's really important.
The most.
How do you? Speaking of like pay-per-views this weekend, I obviously haven't been locked in on a Royal Rumble or anything, but apparently AJ Styles was supposed to be having his like retirement match or something.
Okay, so I watched that segment because I was trying to read between the lines. So first of all, Chicago man come out here and he says, "But AJ, you can't leave without fighting me." And AJ's like, "So let's do it tonight." So that's what they say they're gonna do, but. AJ Styles is having a career versus title match against Gunther at the Royal Rumble, which leads people to believe he probably not gonna beat Gunther for the title.
Gunther is not gonna lose.
So it gives the impression that that it's actually gonna be like the end of the road for him in WWE. There,
that's my question. So, because here's the thing: when he said he was going to go on a retirement run, I assumed that it was going to like end at the end of this year, like it's January. Everybody. So, like, I'm assuming, you just leaving WWE? Like, this feels very close to, like, the Edge situation. Like, when Edge had that last match for Sheamus, and we saw him at Wrestle Dream. Do you think he comes? And also, too, do you think that he's there because, especially, All In, Wembley is August 30th. That's a lot of time.
Okay. So I'm gonna set Wembley aside and talk specifically about Alan. The gay community, I think
that's my favorite book.
I know it is. But I think I have a lot of thoughts around this and like realistically, if you were him, right? I'm trying to think AJ Styles mentality. I think that the most likely thing for him is that he loses this match and goes and works a semi-regular and backstage role in TNA. Because a big part of the TNA show on Thursday that I watched was him. He cut a raw TNA promo, but he also appeared in several backstage segments throughout the course of the show, giving the implication that he was going to be back and he was going to engage with these people too. So it wouldn't surprise me if he went, and spent some time in TNA and tried to get TNA back off the ground, because brother, they are on the ground. But do I see a world in which AJ Styles is all elite? I would like to. I don't think so. I think that he is. I think he got fed, tattooed across his chest. And you know what? Some people they live like that. They like living like that, What I will say is, I know William Peter Charles is set up somewhere.
Did you see his Instagram story? He said, "The greatest of our generation. I love you, big bro." Oh my God. I said, if I don't believe in nothing else, I do believe in him. And I think the AJ thing is like, it's so weird because yes, everything he says is super fed soldier, but also at the same time, the tribalism is so bad at this point between the both sides of, I think if you actually plan to leave, you really do got to play the fed soldier role till your way out, unless if you actually want like a dignified retirement, because even now, like, it sounds like, okay, like it does seem a bit rushed, but it does sound like they're going to, send him out with dignity and it's going to be a big thing, like, kind of ish.
Unless he wins.
He's not. I don't see Gunther losing this quickly after beating John Cena.
Me neither, but there's still that possibility.
And Triple H loves Gunther more than he loves anybody else on that roster.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying, it's not a surefire thing. I would be surprised. I agree with you in your assertion that, like, hey man, if you don't think William Peter Charles is on the phone right fucking now, bro. If you don't think that he's chatting up everybody he can get on the fucking line to make this shit happen, bro.
You know how
you and I never had a chance to really get a go, yeah? You want one last go, you and me, yeah?
You know how he getting on. He started getting manipulative on the back, and I don't like how they treat you.
100%. Hey,
he's doing that.
I saw the way that your boyfriend was talking to you, and I just think that you deserve better than that.
Like you know how he recruit. He'd be like, I mean, you're the greatest wrestler who ever lived. Kenny being like, what about me? Shh, not now. You are the greatest.
It's about you.
You are the greatest who ever did it. I can't believe I would have given you even more than they gave Cena.
Me personally, I would take the moon for you, baby girl. That's the average Ospreay recruitment.
Correct. It worked, man. He gives people jobs.
You know what? The thing, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, William Peter Charles as a prime example. Like, how many people on that roster do you think feel like they can offer you a contract? Because I feel like Ospreay walk around and be like, matter of fact, you.
Ospreay and MJF are running a race for be like, you know what? You all right, white boy. Come sign right here.
You all right by me, white boy. Follow me.
Sign right here.
That don't matter. That don't matter. But yeah, so I think if anybody can get it done, it's William Peter Charles, because I think that's the only match that, I don't want to say it's the only match that AJ Styles would you would want. Obviously, there's others, but
there's another really big one.
Oh well, yes. Well, yes, I was gonna say that's the big unchecked box for Ospreay. Like, I think Kenny would love to do the AJ Styles match. I don't know if it would tear him up inside the same way I know it tears Ospreay up inside. I ain't gonna
lie, bro. Tonight already had me just envisioning how nasty this Wrestler of the Year campaign for Kenny's about to be. If he put y'all get a pay-per-view match versus AJ Styles on there, actually, we don't need Wrestler of the Year next year. We've already tied that up.
I'm gonna take it a step further. I want y'all to know. Wrestler of the Year campaign. I'm running smear campaigns against these other bitches. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not just uplifting my candidate and my campaign, okay? I am going to actively participate in the downfall of everybody else that could potentially be in that list, all right?
Correct.
Kenny Omega, #1 client of all time. That's it.
The biggest.
That's it. The largest. Thank you.
Biggest. But going back, so we had Big Mama. But going back, we had Tony Schiavone come out. Then
we're still talking about the first thing.
Yes, I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
Kenny Omega rant always. But after that, we had Hangman come out, then Swerve come out, and then hey man, bro, this world title picture. What do you want me to do? I'm not supposed to act like this. We not watching the Clash of the Titans right now. And then you got to think at the end of the episode, we added more people. I'm locked in. When the camera, the way that it was shot, bro. And then the thing is, Kenny is so messy. Kenny's so messy because he even
seems like you're looking for a fight.
But the thing is that he knew that wasn't even really what he wanted to say. He took that dramatic pause. I know what you want to fight.
Dad, that your boyfriend has eyes for other girls.
I was here first. What are you gonna do about it? And then the shot of Hangman caught in the middle like Bambi. I said, "Oh my God, this is cinema." I said we are getting back to our roots, all elite melodrama. This is what we are here for. Really? And then we got all these different, I just feel like intersecting storylines. And so to the point where I didn't even hear them say, so
Joe,
the winner of Andrade and Swerve is going to face Kenny Omega next week. I didn't even hear that until later. So keep in mind, imagine me during the main event. I'm levitating. They talking about the winner of this match is going to face Kenny Omega next week. Said, oh my God. Only wrestling. What have you done? Bro, Kenny is so messy. And yes, he's been fighting Don Callis since the Biden administration.
I think Obama
is getting to a point. Y'all, this right here, I think Kenny's so locked in right now. He's talking clear. He looks great. We are back in ways that I can't even begin to imagine. Like the Elite in total, like when you saw that Bucks promo, they said, "Yeah, we're back."
I couldn't hear it.
Oh, you couldn't hear it?
No, like I also probably should get my ears checked because the music was so loud. I couldn't hear it.
Maybe. But I just I was blown away.
Sorry.
What?
No, I was gonna say one time we did the audio test at school and they were like, "Oh, let us know when you hear the beep." And I was like, "Damn!" I sat there for like 20 minutes because I was like, "Ain't no damn beep," and they kept asking, "No beep yet? No beep yet?" And I was like, "No." And then I was like, "Wait, is that little noise? Is that a beep?" They were like, "Yeah." So I wasted everybody's time. No, it wasn't good.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said your mic is going in and out. I didn't even mean it like that, so I'm glad that you got us straight for no reason. Brokey.
Well, it was my mic going in and out. Well, wow, you learn something new every day. Well, it can't keep up with her Kenny Omega praises. Y'all know me so well. It's
getting a little bit sacrilege.
I gotta praise him in the morning, praise him in the evening. You feel me?
My God.
Also, we'll get there. I had something to say about that, but
about God?
Well, not God particularly, but Don Callis calling Kyle Fletcher by God.
Yes,
I think was really funny. He's the grandbaby. He's the firstborn. He's the firstborn grandbaby. That's granddad baby.
On his mama's
Next,
side.
What do we have? I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of all these trio promos between Stat, Thekla, Stat, Willow, and Harley. Do something.
Yeah, let's move on.
We had Jon Moxley versus Ace Austin. This was fun.
This was good.
Yeah. Jon Moxley isn't capable of having a bad match right now.
Yeah, and I haven't seen too much of Ace Austin. Like I see him on Collision sometimes. I know it's in the Bang Bang Gang. But I haven't seen too much of him against top guys. So I thought this was a great showing for him as well.
Yeah.
Also, but
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I was trying to keep it low key, but you know.
And after that match, Takeshita came out to confront Mox. Listen, man.
He was the last person I was expecting to see. I don't know why, but I was over the moon.
Takeshita, I don't know if it's a new glow. I don't know if it's a new confidence. My God, what a man. He walk in there, he don't gotta speak. He doesn't need words. Pish posh.
You feel it.
He said, yeah, I'm going to point at your title. I'm going to grunt a little bit. And the thing is, Mox has always acknowledged publicly, how beautiful he thinks Takeshita is. And you could see it. He was in awe. He said, oh my God, I'm blown away. He's one of us.
He called you like a siren.
He's one of us. Somebody said, he's been talking about Collision. Oh wow, I haven't watched Collision in like 2 weeks.
I did watch Collision. I just missed it.
Next, we had El Clon versus Mark Briscoe. This was a lot of fun. Hey,
this was fun.
Hey, brother, El Clon
was moving crazy. I loved it.
And I think it's the way he sticks his landings. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. And then the neck come up last.
He's just so sure-footed. I said, whoa.
Full body roll at the end. I said, yeah, girl, you get it, Shakira.
I'm into it. And then, so during that match, they had made the announcement that whoever the winner would be defending the TNT Championship this week on Collision in an open challenge. I thought we were just going to find out on Saturday, but no. And Mark Briscoe's like, yeah, whoever it is, it can't be in the Don Callis family. I said, you know what? Hell yeah. And I think we've gotten to the point,
Dani, you got to start saying that too.
And we done signed so many people to the point where I feel like in his mind, Tony Khan has already sorted at least a third of these people into the Don Callis family already. I'm just like, okay, some of you will be collected. It's getting ridiculous. But what I do love is that you can tell this year the shift that the Don Callis family will be the big bad of the year. Like, because there are so many people, they are impacting literally every segment of the show except for the women's division right now, which I think is probably their biggest untapped opportunity.
Yeah, it should be a matter of time.
Yes, like I think somebody like Megan Bain. And what I love about the Don Callis family, to be honest, is that even though it has so many, the thing that helps it most is hierarchy. You have, like, the role players know they're role players.
Yeah.
The guys they're trying to get over know they're guys they're trying to get over. The stars are the stars. You could tell, like, and there's hierarchy involved. So even as they're adding more people, everybody is not equal, which I think is amazing.
And key, because I think at some points last year we struggled with that, right? And I've said it before, but like, if y'all say, oh yeah, and members of the Don Callis family, like, we had to get used to the fact that y'all saying members of the Don Callis family don't usually mean Okada. It usually mean that you're gonna bring out, Josh Alexander, you gonna bring out, which isn't, that's not a bad thing, but I think it was important to, like, you had to put that in people's heads and to temper those expectations too. Two things I wanted to address in the comments. One, somebody said, y'all not Collision cowgirls. The thing about Collision is that it's 10 p.m. on a Saturday and I'm young and turnt.
Yeah, but I think I love the fact they have an A squad, they have a B team, they have a stud. Listen, they bench is deep as hell. They can get they still got shooters on fourth string. I can't say nothing to them. Can't do nothing with them.
So what's funny is that I actually, like, most of the time, I know Collision's like, oh, like, this is like for wrestling. I really like a lot of the stuff that they do on Collision.
I like Collision.
I watch it throughout the course of the week, or I'll catch the clips or whatever. But no, I'm not tuned in Saturday nights 10 p.m. Somebody got to be at the club, and I take one for the team.
I typically have, but the last 2 weeks have been winter storms and depression. I just.
Oh yeah, at the same time too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you lose power?
I don't think so, but I also went to fuck sleep.
Real.
Whatever happened at a certain point, what would you do?
How much snow did you end up getting?
We just got ice.
You didn't get any snow. Oh, we got a lot of snow. We got. I would say probably a foot.
Damn. Is it still there?
Oh yeah. Like nobody has had school all week. Like most of the schools are still off tomorrow too.
Oh, how do you live like that?
I mean, it's the compromise that you get being in the union. It's like, no, some things you do. But honestly, it doesn't snow like this often. So I feel like when it happens, everybody's like, we're kind of due. You know, the street is still completely frozen. Our street is still completely frozen over.
Good Lord. Question was, somebody said, I feel like a woman in the DCF would throw off the homoerotic energy it has. Maybe, but I think, honestly, a woman in the Death Riders has actually added to it. So,
But also, the thing about the Don Callis family is that some of them are brothers and some of them fuck. So... we got a weird situation.
Everybody does not have what Proto-Sheeta has.
That's why I'm like, not everybody's kissing.
Again, right? All members are not created equal.
Exactly.
Which is fun. It allows for several dynamics. I think that it's kind of like the elite and in the Bullet Club at that time, you know, like of just Fale wasn't.
They got their own thing going on.
You know, Fale and them and Tamatonga wasn't all involved in what Golden Lovers had going on.
Hey, and you see how that worked out for him? I'm not saying that some of y'all should start kissing boys because you think it'll work better. But I mean,
it'll get your career fighting.
Historically, Tumblr and Archive of Our Own, that's who picks who the next stars will be.
Many have said this.
Pause, Dani, for what? What'd I say?
No, I didn't pause.
Thank you. They said they liked my RJ interview. Forgot about that, so thank you.
Oh, we have super chats. I should probably do that.
Yippee! Lyric takes all this money for herself, and then she robs babies.
Robs babies. Wow, yep. You know so many words. Birds of Prey, $5. Thank you very much. Windsor Hater at All In seems.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
It seems like a lock. I like the direction, but I wish the journey was better. Megan has to win her next title challenge too. I agree. I also think don't get me wrong. I don't agree with how AEW has positioned Megan Bayne, but I also think that I do appreciate that they're smart enough to know that whenever she does get another singles title match, she has to win. I do think like that's why she's been kept away from certain things. Like, because if you're not ready to put the belt on her, there's no need for her to have, needless title matches just taking losses. Like, there's just no need. But Windsor Hater, yes, I'm excited by the tag team route. I think one of them needs to turn heel. I think it should be Jamie.
I agree.
And here's the thing. I know like people get mad sometimes about like them putting Brits on the card just to put the Brits on the card. Listen, I have no problem if you're actually a good wrestler. These are two both
these two, you're in.
These two are very good wrestlers. They're very deserving. I would love to see them wrestle in front of their home crowd because I feel like they deserve it. And also, too, I'm excited about the prospect of this is because I don't think either of them will probably be champion by then. And I believe in putting non-title women's feuds on stadium cards. And
I also think it's like really presumptuous because I've seen this discourse already. Be like, oh, this person's only getting this because they're British. How about the fact that we're like 6 months out? Okay, who's to say? So I think sometimes we get ahead of ourselves in that respect. I agree with all the major. Sorry, I was just gonna say I agree with all those major points. Mm-hmm. I think Windsor and Hater. I actually, as soon as I realized that that's who Alex Spencer was talking to, I was like, oh, that's funny. Because let's get stiff, let's get nasty. Because that's what I've been saying about the women's division has been lacking in the last couple of weeks, really in the last couple of months. Is like, let's get stiff, let's get nasty, let's get gross. And so I love the idea that pairing's gonna exist. Rio, I did not forget about you.
Oh, absolutely. My queen at ease, my queen. We got
get that phone back up because I got something else for you. I don't know what, but I got it.
Absolutely. But yeah, I love this concept. I really hope that they carry this all the way to August and for All In because I think both women deserve it. I think
the match will fucking slap.
Absolutely. And I just think that, a lot of you had some nasty, crazy things to say about Alex Windsor. And the thing is, one thing you can't argue with is her work ethic. She shows up here. She shows up everywhere. She shows up in the indies. She shows up a star. She doesn't have bad matches. Do what you do with that information. It's some of y'all friends who are some of your faves are, they've been here much longer than she have. They've been signed much longer than she have, and they don't work at her level.
Should we name names?
No.
Okay.
Not today. Another super chat from Birds of Prey, $5 again. Much fandom chat. If Wonder Man was white in the show, my TO will be flooded with Simon fan art and fanfics. Correct. Fandom's gonna fandom. Thank God for Persebeth. Man, guys, this is we don't have time for this conversation right now, but I want you to know, every single year, at the end of the year, Archive of Our Own will release the top ships of the year, right? And they're actually organized by gender, race, fandom. Do you know that out of 100, I think only 1 or 2 featured a Black character? This is a big thing. Yeah, it's a real thing. And very few of them, unless they're specifically K-pop or very outside of those instances, very few are people of color, period. Fandom culture is very white. It's very monolithic. And especially Marvel. Yeah, y'all saw it. The Captain America is nasty. It's nasty. It's not fun. But thank you for the super chat. But Persebeth, let me tell you something. As somebody who was a day one Percy Jackson fan, I grew up reading the books. I think I hopped in right around in the middle of the book series when the books were still coming out. So I remember actually being able to enjoy a new book came out. I remember when Heroes of Olympus came out. I remember when Kane Chronicles came out. I remember when the first attempt at a Percy Jackson movie came out with Logan Lerman and Brandon T. Jackson. To finally see, even now that I'm an adult and this is technically a family show, I'm so blown away with how they did this adaptation. It is so good. It is so thorough. I think, and Annabeth being played by such a phenomenal, smart Black girl, and who was just so true to herself, it's just such a revelation. And also, shout out to the casting. It's Black women up and down this show. And I think probably a lot of them more the more powerful characters. And these are leads too. I'm blown away. I think they're doing a really great job too of pacing the show too, of just knowing that these kids are aging. So we need to film. The fact that we're going to get season 2 just wrapped up last week, and season 3 is also going to be out by the end of this year. So we're going to hit all of these books on time. Fantastic. I have nothing but great things to say about Percy. Is the token. The white man is the token. I love that about this show. I love that. I love it so much. And it's so great seeing it come to life in such a thoughtful way. And honestly, I'm going to say this as somebody who Edge was my childhood favorite wrestler. Percy Jackson is the main place I want to be seeing him these days. Even more so than AEW, no shade, but fantastic actor, incredible as Ares. Brother, if you coming back for them tag belts, you can't have them.
Gowns, beautiful gowns.
You can't have the tag belts. No. You can't. I digress.
I've never seen Percy Jackson or read it, but I'm an ally to the Percy Jackson community. You
know a lot of Percy Jackson stands. I think you should try to watch it. Okay.
I struggle with watching or reading stuff where the main characters are younger than me.
That's fair. I ain't gonna lie. The rating goes up every season. And so this season they were a little bit more open to blood. So the fight scenes are making more realistic. And so I think I told Jalen and Chloe, I said, oh my God, he's getting cut. I didn't know Disney even let you show this. I said, wow, this is a real show. I said, we getting into real territory. So I get that. Unfortunately, they locked me down at an early age. These are my people.
My little sister loves it down, but
yes.
But again, it's important context. I do live under a rock. I have not seen, read, or engaged with most things. So I'm not a good metric.
Going back to the show. So after Mark Briscoe was like, "Oh, I'm doing opening challenge," lights went low. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't know what was going on. I saw Psycho Killer. I still didn't figure out what was going on until literally the words came on the screen. Tommaso Ciampa. I said, "Who is that?" I said, I said, okay. Listen, I know some people feel really strongly about this. I don't. I actually don't have any strong feelings about this, good or bad. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't. How do I say? I don't really have a good understanding of who Tommaso Ciampa is outside of Johnny Gargano. Like, I don't know how. That's all I really know about him, and from that universe, you know. So I'm sure. I mean, it seems like what does comfort me is that apparently, like, he, you know, he has a background in like ROH, and so like my biggest fear with so my biggest fear with people coming from WWE, sometimes they be trying to big bro, but clearly like he comes from like the hardcore scene, so I think, you know, he'll be fine. Again, I think Tony just signing people so other people gonna have them right now. And I realize that, and especially in today's political climate, there are many worse things that a billionaire can do than spend all their money on wrestling contracts.
But there are better things that a billionaire could do. And the first thing is to give me some money. If we just throwing money around, nigga.
Well, I actually have a few like things that they should actually
do. Yes.
But like the first personal thing I will be asking for is give me some money. But yeah.
Give me some money and a Kenny Omega autograph. This is a stick up.
Yeah, Tony just spending money. Like this is fuck you money. Like this is what you really call like, oh yeah, I'm spending because like also I kind of really enjoy the unpredictability of wrestling, especially this time of year, but just in general right now. I love the fact that a nigga can walk off SmackDown last week and show up on Dynamite this week. Like, it's really crazy out here. It's really gang wars out here.
And I like it because I feel like AEW it's been a long time, in my opinion, since AEW's been able to do like a real surprise. You know? This one, even though I don't necessarily have any strong opinions about this man, it was a real surprise. Those lights went out. I had no idea who was coming out, bitch. I think that's fun. I love that element.
I still think the last true surprise that AEW was able to pull off actually was Roderick Strong. In the sense, like, there was no buzz. Like, at that time, people still thought that Roderick Strong was signed to NXT. Like, people, I think even SRS or somebody like that has said, like, oh yeah, he's still locked in his contract. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they had to go get him. Thank you, whoever did. I mean, of course, like, because there's a group of guys, and I hope that Ciampa ends up being in this conversation, because I think I'm kind of over, like, you know, I'm just over shitters in general. I actually really want everybody to succeed. But it's a group of guys that came over from WWE who might have gotten released or whatever happened. And it feels like they were there from day one. I think Roderick Strong is one of those people. Kyle O'Reilly is one of those people. I think Claudio is one of those people. Like, it's really hard. Like, Claudio and Cesaro don't even feel like the same person to me anymore. Of just like, he's so much cooler to me now. And so I just hope, because especially guys who are like towards the end of their careers, like, I would hope that, you know, especially like your last TV contract, it should feel like home. Like, it should feel like coming home and being around your friends and like doing work that you love, and like it should feel like that. So I don't really got no real opinion over it. I haven't seen him wrestle in years. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't seen a match from Tommaso Ciampa since Black and Gold NXT. So whoop-de-doo. We'll see. I'm actually gonna watch Collision this week because it's a lot on there. So sure.
Go and tell me of the world.
Next, we had an MJF promo. Listen, man.
Hey, y'all know how we feel about that man.
However,
this one was funny as fuck.
Listen, MJF in January. This is a world champion, and I think it's really good, and I think AEW should feel good about it because it kind of feels like, especially as you get these guys, I think him and Hangman specifically, eventually we'll probably get Swerve there. But when you have these guys that you built from scratch, you know, into world champions, that first title reign is something. It's just like, you just got to really, that's like their introduction to the dance. But that second one is crucial of like, okay, can you really carry this, you know? And I think there's a level of maturity that has kicked in. It feels
and
like
confidence,
maturity, confidence, and I think what I want to say of like activity is like of just MJF has been active. You know, if he's not wrestling in the Indies, he's wrestling and I mean AEW more. He is he is locked in. Like, yes, he's locked in. It shows. And he has been I think a perfect mirror right now he's the perfect foil for what is a incredible starting cast that they've built around him of just, he's a champion right now, but look at these challengers. All of these guys feel like mega stars, you know? And I think that was something that was one of the biggest critiques of, I think, of his first run, of just that the world title didn't feel like the center of the world. It kind of felt like it was getting lost in the Better Than You Baby stuff, and it was just getting lost in the translation. No, like the AEW World Championship feels like the most important thing in the world right now. And I think Max has just done a really good job. I mean, what he said, the Brody King of, like, you know, of just teetering the line of just almost offensive, but you know, it's still offensive, but not to like the general public.
But that's who you are, you know, like that's always been what you do best. Is like, matter of fact, let me sneak this nigga Buddy Matthews straight. Yeah, you know, and that was so nasty and so rude. And he said, "Oh, you walking around here, everybody's so scared of Malachi Black." I said, "Well, yeah."
He said, "Y'all flicking them lights and ain't did shit, man."
And it's funny because, yeah, when you reflect and you look back on it, a bit OD. And it also reminded me of when we were talking about Brody King and Harriet Tubman in the same vein. Like, sometimes
you did.
We did. No, not MJF.
We did.
Yeah. We were saying,
oh, yeah.
To freedom. Can't take everybody with you.
He had to go. Listen,
he had to go. And so, no, I thought this promo was great. I thought it was funny because you could see both of them really enjoy what was coming out of each other's mouths. I thought this was great. I thought this was what MJF does best, you know?
I think, honestly, too, how do I say it? Like, I think what's really helped is, like, the cast that they put around him are people that he actually has relationships with. And I said this for a long time. They had MJF almost solely working like these super veterans for years, and rarely outside of the only people his age that he was really working was like Darby, Sammy, and Jack Perry. And to a point, and I think even Darby wasn't fully developed at that point, of like, MJF was just squashing them just by association. Those were not his peers, you know, even though because those are not his peers. Darby is debatable, but the others, they are not his peers. His peers, he should have always been, you know, working like Hangman and stuff like that. But I understand why they kept them apart for so long, like until they were like fully. I can understand that, but like now, he's working with people he has history with, intention with, you know, like there's so much story, you know, to pull from here. And I just think just better opponents. I think he's just up against all around better competitors.
And I think that I agree with you. And I agree with that. I want to tie it into something I said in the comments and I add my own thought also. But somebody said, we're done with low-hanging fruit. That is always one
yes.
of our main criticisms of MJF, which is just, like, you're better than that. You're funnier than that. You're smarter than that. And it feels like a lot of the times, like before this second world title reign, it was just like whatever was easiest is the route that you're going to go with, whether or not it actually made sense, whether or not. But one of my bigger frustrations with MJF too was that none of the stuff he was saying was making me more excited to see the match. You know, this version of MJF is making me more excited to see the week to week. I want to know what the hell he finna say. I will genuinely say, I laughed watching this promo because it was funny. Like, he gagged him. He did. He gagged you. And I think that it's good too, because I think that really what comes in truly is confidence. Yes. Importantly, I've never seen him with a good haircut. That haircut is terrible. Is terrible.
It is. I told Dani it's 2% better than it was last week.
It is terrible.
I didn't say it was.
It is chopped.
I never said it was good. I said
he got the 5-head Tyra been talking about. That is
speaking terrible. Of which, are you watching the America's Next Top Model documentary that's coming out?
I'm going to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah. I never watched that show when I was younger.
Oh wow! I wish I could say
I wasn't allowed to watch it, which is
I could see that. I could see that. It was crazy. Those first couple seasons, but it raised me.
But I've seen clips. I know Tyra's insane. I know all of that, but I haven't actually seen much of the show. You know what I did watch every day religiously? Project Runway.
I also watched Project. Do you remember the WWE Divas episode?
No, because I didn't care about WWE.
Oh well, I mean, it was an episode. I don't think you had to care about WWE to watch.
I just mean it doesn't stick out to me because at the time it was like I didn't care.
So yeah, at that time I started watching wrestling.
Oh my god,
it was a huge crossover for me because basically the Divas had showed up, and so like they had designed ring gear. Like, they were designing ring. I know it was such a fun episode. And whenever I ask people about it, because I think I asked Haley, she was like, she doesn't remember it. And then like I had to send her a clip. She was like, oh, I remember it now. So I don't think people like put 2 and 2 together at the time. But if you see it, but it was
I think that as its own show would be really fun.
Yeah. Imagine that as a TV show concept.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you meant like bringing like that episode back, like rewatching it. I was like, oh, imagine if they did that, like, you know. But no, okay, you get credit for that.
I don't. I already did it. It's just like, yeah, I know you hear me.
That's fair. But yeah,
ready to learn Turkish, buddy. I don't think they can help you. I don't think they can help you because the thing is, like, it's not a lack of hair; it's the hair placement. Like, bring it to the front, girl. I don't know why. Why he's going with the John Cena has the Liam 2012 just flat.
John Cena has the exact same problem. It's
like John Cena's double his age.
But no, I'm talking about just like whenever I don't know if it's like a Turkish thing, but it's like these hair replacement surgeries is almost like they put in too much hair, maybe because they know it's going to shed or something.
Like a chia pet.
Yes. Exactly. I think like that's what, because like it's not just a him thing. Like I've noticed it. Like anybody who's like had like hair replacement, or
I think it's a him thing.
They overfill it, and so which makes sense. It's kind of like lashes. Like, you know, when you get lashes done, sometimes the lash tech will like overfill it because they know you're going to like shed some of them, and so sure.
Why are you sticking up for him?
No, I'm not taking up. I'm just saying like that's why it looks like.
I think we all get bad hair.
No, I've always been blessed with really great hair. I've never.
Me too, and the beauty supply. Thank you.
These are problems that I've never had, so I can't relate.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Exactly.
I'm going to send you Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I'm going to send you some of the best beauty supplies in where that nigga from? In Long Island. You go in there, you get you some Moroccan castor oil and some Sacred, and you see what that can do, and then you report back. So you pull back up into TV, and I know what that is.
That's not going to help because Sacred's going to make it grow. I mean, the problem is it's not the quantity. It's not the issue. The hair is thick. It's there.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know what the issue is. What I am gonna tell you is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay.
All right.
Best of luck to you, brother. Best of luck to you, brother, because once you're bald, you are immediately on the op list.
Hey, listen, I that's also the thing too. I fully support doing what you got to do in your 20s to make sure that your 40s don't end up crazy. Watching your goats age has been nuts. And I remember when I first got into wrestling, it was around like Shawn Michaels was in his late 30s, early 40s at that point. I don't know. And man, he was holding on to that half up, half down ponytail for dear life. Because as soon as it lifted up, oh my goodness, that bald spot was crazy. And I watched that happen to so many people. I saw the Undertaker start to bald. I get it. If you got to I think the worst one was John Cena. Every time he was going part-time so much. So like, I might not see this nigga barely for a year. I come back as just whole, like right there. Boy, oh, he take that cap off. God, good Lord.
Let it go. It's funny because he's finally doing good work. He's finally cutting good promos. We sit here and we're like, that nigga bald.
Here's the thing. Everybody can't look good bald. I realized Mox.
Nobody can.
A miracle.
I don't like bald people. I don't like the vibe that gives off. Bald and the British are just unsettling.
Yeah. But I mean, the title run's great though. We're moving in the right direction. Brody King next week in an eliminator match.
I also thought it was funny because Brody King gagged him right back. He said, "That's called having friends."
I know you've never felt that before.
I know you never felt that before.
I want you to know half of your contenders are currently in a love triangle that you can't get in because that would require having friends in the first place.
Hello, they won't even let you in the polycule.
But I wouldn't want to be in it at this point. It's getting so messy, and like somebody
it was always bound.
It was always messy, but y'all, I want y'all to realize too. Will Ospreay still isn't back.
When William Peter Charles gets reintroduced into this odd sister wives dynamic, that's when you'll find out who the real villain is.
Because you know what? I know everybody's like, oh yeah, Swerve. It's multiple villains here. It's not that cut and dry.
No.
It's not that cut and dry. There's multiple villains here.
He's just not hiding it very well right now. But you think the rest of them bitches normal? No. And that's just like when William Peter Charles start sorting out about who's where and who's next. It's going to get nasty.
Hangman is driving Swerve crazy. Ospreay is going to send him off the deep end. Do what you will with that.
If Ospreay come back and he not on Swerve's side, you're going to see. It's going to look like Hangman's arson was fucking nothing.
Unfortunately, if Swerve is on the wrong side of Kenny Omega, you gonna learn today.
Oh, true.
You gonna learn today.
That's the thing too. Kenny is just great at making y'all forget about his crimes.
People don't forget. They just okay. They say, yeah, whether it's somebody I love or somebody I hate. Yeah, bro.
Kenny did do that.
Kenny tell these niggas, oh, I love you one good time. They start blinking. Okay, yeah, sure. Yes, yeah. But you know,
it's the same with William Peter Charles because they both will still up there and they'll grab that microphone and they'll say, I did do that. But
I don't know if everybody, bro, that build last year to Grand Slam Australia was euphoric. And I think it was partially euphoric because, yeah, we did do all that stuff that we said to each other, but you're like my favorite wrestler of all time, big bro. I love you. I love you so much. I love you. So
was I moving crazy, acting crazy, doing everything outside of the Lord's will? Absolutely. But it was because I love you.
He said, and look at us working together. Look at us.
Who would have thought? Yeah. And that's the thing about about Kenny's relationship with Hangman too, is that he will still look back on it and be like, well, yeah, but like I had to do that. Like, do you get why I had to do that? Like,
it's so funny whenever Kenny turns babyface, because like the way he starts talking, we've all made some mistakes. It's the same thing he said about the Bucks. He said, I can't be too picky about getting on them. I know I'll be acting crazy sometimes. He said,
you know,
he said
it's literally that that thing of Victoria Justice. I think we all sing. Okay, I think we all have our moments.
This is,
but this what I'm saying. Ospreay be doing the exact same thing. He just do it with an accent, so y'all act like it's okay. Ospreay's never repented once.
No,
not once. He's just like, hey, bro, you know.
I will say, I don't think, but Ospreay.
I was young. That's Ospreay's thing. He was
Ospreay
young.
hasn't done anything bad from a character perspective in AEW so far. The only, funnily enough, I think the only person he's actually done crazy stuff to is Swerve. And Swerve just forgives it. It's just like he gonna fight him about it first. But they start scrapping for no reason, and then it's just like, oh my god, brother, I love you so much, brother. I'll die for you. I'll take a bullet for you, and then take a thumbtack to the face, and it's like, yeah, sure. Because that's so normal. Yeah, this is so normal. Sure, all of this is so. You know what this feels like? Ever since Kenny came back, this feels like the first season of Real Housewives of Atlanta when Nene finally comes back. This is what it feels like. This whole world title starting cast, how everybody just feels like they know their roles. We're doing well. It's perfect. Like, this is Real Housewives of Atlanta with Nene Leakes back.
Whatever that means.
Center peach. Center peach. You know, Kenny is the center peach. You know, first chair peach. The entire cast is better. We got Portia, we got Phaedra, we got who else? We got Kim, we got Sheree, we got baddest heifers on the floor. I digress. This was fun. Next, we had I talked a little bit about the Young Bucks. They're back. They look great. I love the tassels. Amazing. Kris Statlander versus Thekla. I thought this match rocked. I'm shocked that Stat retained. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'm not mad.
I was shocked that we had no title switches tonight.
I agree.
I think there should have at least been one title change, but I think it should have been in the next match. But I really enjoyed this. For me, Thekla's like hit or miss. And not where I think like she's I don't think that she's either like good or bad. That's not what I mean. It's just whether or not it lands for me is hit or miss a lot of the time.
Yeah.
This one I enjoyed. I thought that it's the kind of match that you should be having as world champion all the time. And it actually just like upset me more because it made me realize that we're going to keep dragging along this title reign with no clear direction. Now we did get, Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne come out and face them. The thing is, like, I don't know what is the plan?
I don't know what belts they want. Yeah.
What's the plan? Like,
yeah.
I also agree. We got a super chat that I agree with, but as great as the main event was tonight, the women's world title match should have been the main event. I agree. I don't understand how a non-title match main events over a women's world title match, and I would argue even like
it could have at least opened.
It could have been, I actually think Kenny opening was the best things. I think that this should have main evented.
I always do, but I'm trying to be good.
I know what you mean. I think that this should have main evented just off principle, this is a feud that you've been building, but it's also, this is the fucking world title. Anytime that the men's world title, for the most part, is being defended, it's going to main event. And I don't like that this is a precedent that we're okay with having. I think that's icky. I think it's fucking weird. And I think it plays into the idea that the women's world title can play second fiddle to the men's, which we continue to and have fought so hard against, that it feels like. So I was watching this match thinking like I enjoyed it and I enjoyed this one, but it also was reminding me of the booking like mishaps of this whole world title reign.
Here's the thing. I'll go even further. I don't even think it was like the women part of it. I think it's because of stat. I think that AEW is very comfortable with like if it was Tony in that main event, it would have main event the show.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like
was
there has been so much progress in the
Correct.
women's division that I don't love the idea that now all of a sudden it's okay for it to not main event.
And now, guess what? We got 3 sets of women's titles, and they got to go everywhere together now.
Yeah, so you can reduce it to only having to have one match.
They gotta exactly like a stat. I think companies should be able to play to your strengths, right? And like Stat's biggest strength is her wrestling, and I think that okay, if you're gonna say she's not this type of great, no, Stat is 100% getting the Hangman World Title run special. Now, I will say the one thing that she does have that I think that even Hangman didn't have is quality of opponents. When she does wrestle, she done beat some bad mamma jammas. Like she really done took down.
Yes.
Real stars.
Yeah.
Real stars.
The it girls.
Real stars. I will say that. But yeah, I just think like, she should be wrestling more, and she's just so good, and I just think that we could be doing more. I would love to think that, oh my God, Kris Statlander versus Megan Bayne is going to be the next title program, but I actually don't think so. I think that Bayne and Penelope are going to win the tag titles. And don't get me wrong, I think that they're deserving of that. But it's just almost like too.
But that's the problem when you convolute all of those belts together.
I kind of feel like they're waiting for Mercedes to come back. I think Mercedes might beat Stat.
I mean, it would make sense because it does feel like we are stalling.
Yes, and I don't know what it was before.
As I say, the thing is, I don't know what else the stalling would be for, so that wouldn't make sense. I mean, I don't disagree with that.
Another super chat.
100% agree. Also, thank you. Again, but 100% agree, and we've said it a million times over. But I think that they continue to write themselves into corners or write themselves into a position where they say, oh, we're in a corner, so the solution is to have less women's wrestling. And
I think also too, just they got favorites, bro.
Oh yeah.
There's no way that I should be seeing more singles Zeta Steel minutes than singles Kris Statlander, bro.
No.
And also, I mean, yeah, like, and it's not even anything on her, and even too, like,
no, I know what you mean. It's just like,
even when we talk about like her or Harley or anybody like who aren't, like, I would say like the best wrestlers in the promotion, it's just the fact of just, I believe in all these people deserve screen time, but the people who have been the cornerstones of this division forever, they damn sure need to.
Yeah, and the world champion.
Lauren, another $5. Thank you. At this rate, put the world title on Mercedes, so it finally feels important, and we get that first women's pay-per-view main event. Here's the thing. I think that AEW is scared of, not even, maybe, I don't know if it's scared or if it's they don't know how, or I'm not sure if they trust Mercedes in long-term stories with other people. I think she had the long-term arc of like her downfall, but in the sense of, I'm curious to see how her world title reign will actually go. I think she will be phenomenal. I think, like, of course, her wrestling, but we knew that with the TBS championship. The thing about the world title, though, is that, like, it has to be narrative based. And I think that's why Tony is going down as like the best world champion so far. Of just, it has to be narrative based. And I'm interested to see if they actually give Mercedes that, to be able to.
Like the thing with, and I don't disagree with this perception of Mercedes, which is I think that her and Stat, similarly, your strength is in the ring. So correct. If we're struggling to find and uplift opponents for, I don't say uplift, but we're struggling to find places for Stat's world title reign, it doesn't automatically, like plug and play as if we're automatically going to have that problem fixed with Mercedes as champion. That problem is an AEW problem.
Correct. I don't know. And I'm interested to see if, like, I know Lauren said she has to win the title as a heel. I think that honestly, she's going to win the title maybe as a babyface. The problem that I'm kind of scared of is that people are growing, because they haven't done much with her narratively outside of making her a cheerleader. I feel like the crowds are becoming kind of like apathetic to Stat, and it wasn't supposed to be like that. I think her reign started off with so much.
But what else are you expecting people to do? She
could have been. Honestly, looking back, they should have put her in the Death Riders. I think she would have been better off from a narrative perspective.
She would 100% be doing more if she was.
TK has Marina Shafir gets more narratively than Kris Statlander does, and that's just the truth.
Yeah.
TK has a type. If you're blonde, busty, or funny, you get on TV. Meanwhile, Athena is locked behind the paywall in your ROH. Amen.
You're not wrong.
But what I will say is that I think that Athena has just taken that platform and ran. Like, even now I can tell, like, she has a lot of aspirations outside of just like what she does in the ring, and like ROH and MPX being able to do that co-promoted show is so cool.
Huge.
Like, she is doing so much for women's wrestling, and that I just hope that, like, I get it. Like, I want to see her on TV every single week. I want her to win all the championships. But Athena is such a, I feel like there's just such a purpose over her life. Like, she has such a calling, and like she is doing so much meaningful work to where, even though I feel like she could be doing more in AEW, I don't feel like any of the work that she's doing at ROH is wasted right now. And like, she's really, I think about how many of the people she trained that are getting signed and stuff. Like, she has her hands in so many different pots, and it's really cool
Absolutely.
to watch. But
I was gonna say, and also selfish,
and I think also too, she's older than a lot of people too. Like, she's been wrestling for over 20 years. I'm around 20 years. Like, I'm ready for her to get that run, like that real run,
and she deserves it.
And again, she is the next up to be she should be the second woman to wrestle in Wembley Arena, Mexico, Madison Square Garden, and the Tokyo Dome this year. The only thing she's missing is Wembley Stadium. She has all the other parts, and she deserves it. She deserves it. And so, whatever
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not flinching right now.
I was just gonna. No, I was gonna add. I agree with all that. I think Athena's bigger than the program, but I also think that she should be exactly what the women's division AEW is missing right now, because Athena, and we've talked about it on the show, and you guys agree with us for the most part. She has all the reason in the world over everybody else in the roster to be pissed off. She has all the reason in the world to come in there raising hell, to not do this, happy, like, I am better than you, I'm gonna beat you. It's no, I don't know why all the fuck you want to sign all these fucking people, and guess what? I've beaten everybody that you've brought to me. Nobody can touch me in years, and these random people come up here getting opportunities. If I'm AEW, I'm running that shit. When she actually comes to AEW, I don't want to say full time, but the majority of the time, it should be with an absolute vengeance, because she has the most claim to that over anyone. She should be the one who grabs that microphone and says, I don't know why Harley Cameron gets more screen time than I do. She should grab the microphone and, air this mug out, because she deserves it.
I think she's in the same situation that Megan Bain is in. I think they know
she's been in it for longer.
The second that they take the ROH title off her, you got to put something else back on her. You gotta build her up immediately. Like, but
that's the problem, is that's been the problem for so long with Athena. And someone, says with how AEW treats women, what makes you think Athena would be treated better? I don't think that she would be. That's the problem. But my issue is, if I agree with you. I agree with you. My issue is that's y'all's problem. You cannot keep using that excuse to not do anything with her because now it's been years. Now it's been literal years of her being in this same, in this same position. And so you can't just be like, oh, well, she's too good. So she's so good that we can't have her on TV because she's so being too good to be around means the rest of y'all got to step up.
I also think too, I think Athena, if she was champion AEW right now, I think she actually would be treated great. And the reason why is because even the gaps that she did come to AEW, like in 2025, because of like how her storytelling like style is set up, like with Billy and everything, narratively, it made the women's division move so much smoother. She added so much to Mercedes. I mean, like Athena did a lot, I think, from Mercedes, from that narrative component. And even with Tony, like Athena, as we learned with like the Tony Mariah feud, I think is like how Tony Khan likes to tell women's stories. Athena is very much in line with that. And I think, but that's also why I think he takes her for granted of just, you really can't put her anywhere at any time. She's going to make it work. Another super chat. There are 45 women.
Have to.
No, she shouldn't. There are 45 women signed to AEW Ring of Honor proper, but we see the same 8 to 12 women each week, and not even the good ones. Sorry. Every month between Collision and Dynamite. Yeah. That is what it is, guys.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Thanks. Guys, thanks so much. Do you want my kidney? But what it is to me, more than anything, is lazy apathy. And I think it's an incredible disservice to the women of that division who can fucking ball. And I think about somebody like Toni Storm, who put her everything into that last world title reign. That when Toni Storm was world champion this past time, it felt on par with, if not bigger than, the men's world title. Because of her work, because of the writing, because of everything. And it feels like we've regressed once again, where we're having the same conversation, which is AEW doesn't know what to do with the women that they've created as stars. That's ridiculous. If the people in your promotion are getting better and the people in your promotion are good and deserving, you behind the curtain have got to get better. You got to get better.
Absolutely. Can't use the talent as the amount of talent as a reason anymore.
No.
Next we had, there was 2 segments there after that match, which I thought was really good, by the way. Thekla versus Kris Statlander. First we had Okada talking to Kyle Fletcher and apologizing, and then very shortly after, we had that Don Callis family segment. A lot was happening here, I will say. Kyle Fletcher has gotten really good at emoting. Like the faces he was making behind Don's back. Like I don't think he really want the TNT championship back, for real. I think that he feels like he could be doing more, but it's like, as they talking about certain people, Proto Sheeta seemed like they were very locked in until they weren't. I said, oh, this is good drama. I said, y'all, this is really good. This is straight out of the Elite playbook. I said, this is really
that's what I want.
And Will Ospreay's sons. This is amazing.
Wait,
I said, this is amazing. He's, huh? Oh, I don't think everybody's adopted. Everybody's adopted.
I'm going to say that Kyle Fletcher is adopted because I think that, I don't know if that makes it better, but
we'll get into the morality later. But it was the look on his face. He said, "You forgave Okada."
And you know what the crazy part is, like, first of all, when have you ever heard Kazuchika Okada apologize? That already had me gagged.
It didn't even sound genuine, bro. I said
he didn't mean it. He couldn't even pretend to mean it. He couldn't even pretend. He couldn't get that up.
He didn't mean. Listen, Kyle Fletcher, I know you're experiencing the horrors right now, and they telling you right now that, oh, maybe I'm locked back in. This is not your family. This is not your family. Okada is not your friend. He's nobody's friend. Okay. Listen, the only thing that you can really depend on is is Konosuke Takeshita. Please do not let that bald-headed demon come between true love. Don't let him do that to you. Don't let him destroy.
But you know what? You know what, Kyle Fletcher? I will also say this is what you get. This is what you get for having a wandering eye. You had a happy home. And you decided to entertain the possibility of sneaking around. And now guess what? So I loved this whole part. It like you said, it was very reminiscent of Elite melodrama. I was like, yeah.
It was very soapy.
Because when I saw that first segment, I was like, no, like, Kyle, are you stupid? Why would you do that? Okada of all people?
I think it brought him taking his glasses off. Fuck. Oh my God, he's mad. Oh my God. I said, y'all, Kyle Fletcher just lost his family. Have some respect.
Well,
oh my goodness.
Know how to act.
There are people in your circle praying against your future. I want you to know that.
And you just forgave them.
But yeah, Konosuke Takeshita, keep your head on a swivel. It's getting real dangerous out here. I don't think Kyle meant to either. I think they're going to do the swerve in the sense of like, I don't think he's going to turn on Takeshita. Maybe I'm delusional, but I think that he's gonna run away with him. It's gonna be great. You just got stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Okada can't win this, bro. He just can't win this battle. And also,
this is the war. That's what it's like. Okada can't win all the battles and the war.
And also, I think like even if you listen to the stuff Don Callis was saying, he was being shady to both of them. And I hope that Kyle's smart enough to like. Kyle has to be smart enough at this point to realize that
they too busy. They too worried about each other, their relationship. They're not hearing that baldy.
Speaking of baldies,
Kyle kisses Takeshita at Grand Slam. Who says no? Hey, I'll tell you what. Kyle Fletcher don't say no. Kyle Fletcher. That's what he won't.
I'm into it. But I was saying that speaking of baldies, unfortunately, we had FTR versus Davis and Doyle's later, and FTR retained. What was that about? I don't know
why. What was
that about? I thought we were out of the Kaya Asylum, but maybe not. Us and
BB Rexa still sitting right here.
I was super upset. I ain't gonna lie. That was the one thing from Dynamite that I was like, all right, we had 3 title matches tonight, and the last one wasn't even the world title match, the women's world title match, and
Doyle got injured. I didn't.
Tore his bicep. Oh my God. And you want to know what I really like about them as a team is the fact that they look like real jocks. Like they look like real jocks, like real meatheads who don't think about
ruins everything. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, I love the fact that like they look like real jocks, like the fact people who just show up and all they think about is like sports and food, like that's it. Oh my goodness, Jake something, damn.
That one hurts.
Yeah, I don't.
I hope it's not as bad as it seems, and you're okay. Man, fuck FTR.
Yes.
Baldy Glocks, we hate you. And yeah, this I why are you still champion? What is the point? What are we doing now?
Let's get to the main event. Let's talk about something good. Y'all, listen. I want to tell you what I was thinking during Andrade versus Swerve. It's to the fact of a man like Andrade as a woman, I feel like in the back of your mind, you know this is going to end terribly. But
you can have a whole lot of fun.
Also, not even that. It's just like, I see, like, why my sister Charlotte, I see why you had to at least try. You got to at least try.
Can I say, I don't feel that way about him. Everybody else on planet Earth does. I just don't. I don't get it. Maybe I'll have to wait.
He fully.
Maybe I gotta get to know him. But you know what? I was watching this match and I was like, oh my god, Andrade, if you were a good person, you would have been world champion 1,000,000 times over.
I think I'm not even sure if it's like him being a bad person. Just he was the victim of like the craziest timing issues in like professional wrestling history. Of like, bro, it's like right when you got to think the last run at AEW, he had just done the C2. He was on a run, but then he got married, and then it was like, okay, I need to go be close to my family, which is fair. As soon as he go to WWE,
mind you, that timeline already a little wonky. So
correct. I mean, that's where
my critique comes in. I don't know the man. I just look at the track record.
So much happened because you got to think he comes back. He goes back to WWE. Within like 6 months, we talking about marital issues, huh? Yeah. Then I remember when he posted that picture, he said, yeah, my son. Next day, Charlotte's on the Cherry Show on daytime network TV. Oh, I said, then suddenly, he get a wellness policy. I said, they ain't wellness policy. They ain't put
going up this mountain.
They ain't put these type of reports out since like 2010 Randy Orton. Wellness policy. Then all of a sudden he show up in AW. Life comes at you fast, guys. I don't know where Dani went just now, but Andrade, you keeping the girls going. I don't know what else to say. Bringing this whole single, hot, sexy, and turnt and buff look. I don't know. I'm being moved. I'm typically not moved by stuff like that, but I'm moved. I am. I thought I was better than this. I'm not. It was a really great match. It was just a really great match of two heavyweights doing cruiserweight stuff. Everybody looks great. It was just, I mean, wow. That's history. This match was so good. It had no business being that good.
I loved it.
Swerve is having a fantastic run. Like his match with Kevin Knight was last week was great. Andrade looked great. They felt like big stars. Like they felt like huge stars. Dani and her Wi-Fi are not having a good night at all. But yes, him getting the women kissing napkins and giving it to him. This is real motion. When Andrade gets back to Arena Mexico and wrestles Soberano Jr., there won't be a dry seat in the house. I can tell you that right now today.
There won't what?
There won't. I said what I said. There won't be a dry seat in the house.
Oh my god, bro.
Andrade and Soberano Jr., the way that they be moving, but especially Soberano Jr., his music hits in Mexico, Arena Mexico, the women start fainting. He start kissing them on the mouth on the front row.
I don't know about all that.
I ain't gonna lie, it looked fun.
I don't think there are any wrestlers in which I would not be taken aback if that happened.
No. Here's the thing. Everybody, I will say, it's a very mutual thing. No.
I'm sure.
People are really into it.
I'm just thinking of my list. It's like, who would I be like? Oh, okay. I I don't know if I want to reveal this publicly.
No. But we're aligned.
I'm tempted to.
What it had to say? Me and Connor are aligned. Me and Dani are aligned. You know, we're aligned. Yeah, we're aligned. But brother, we're so bad. The AEW Men's World Title picture. What a list! This is murder.
And that's also noting they noted that Samoa Joe got injured, and got injured in training. So that's even with him removed.
Still murderers row.
You know, the depth is just crazy. But again, it just also, to me, is like what makes for such a stark contrast with the women's division and the way that it's being treated. Like, there's no line.
Look at how Andrade wins the match, right? You go backstage to MJF by Kenny Omega. Then he runs into Andrade. Then Hangman walks into his car.
I said, I know he's not getting in that door. I know he's not getting in that car scot-free. We're missing one.
I didn't know what was going to happen at first. I said, hey, man, you going to get in with him?
That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. Imagine. No. You know what? I think one day they're not going to do it, like probably anytime soon. But maybe like on like the 10th anniversary of AEW, you got to do like a Hangman MJF tag match, like a good and evil team up. Like, I think that would be good clash.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think it should be like a 10th anniversary thing. Like, you know, 2 originals. You know what they're going to really do? They'll do a trios match and put Darby in.
Probably.
Yeah.
We always round up.
But I just love the way that everything was, how it flowed. You know?
Yeah, it was shot very well. And it made all of those people feel like equal, like they had an equal chance of being world champion next.
Right. Absolutely.
Even though they do not. It will be Kenny Omega. Thank you.
I said, I don't know why they're closing the show on Hangman.
It won't be you, sister.
It won't be you. I said, we have a plan. I actually think that Andrade might beat Kenny. I think they're saving that match.
I think that he will, because I think you're gonna get. I think Kenny's gonna win the world title in Canada.
And also, too, I think they're making it like, okay, Kenny has to take down the Don Callis family. Can you imagine if at Grand Slam Australia, Kenny teams up with Takeshita?
My God.
Oh my God.
My God. And Kyle Fletcher.
Oh my goodness. You think, I don't know if I think it's still too soon though. Because Grand Slam Australia is in like 2 weeks now?
It's on Valentine's Day, y'all.
I ain't got nothing better to do.
Well,
you know, spend a day with Kenny Omega, sure.
I mean, honestly, that's like ideal though.
You know, sure.
Even if I did have a boyfriend, I would still do that. You know what my tradition is though? Every year on Valentine's Day, whether I have a boyfriend or not, I make him watch, or just me, watch Brokeback Mountain.
I love that. I've been meaning to. I'm rewatching Pose because I never watched the last season, so I'm currently watching Pose. But I have been trying to find Brokeback Mountain on streaming. I haven't watched it in years, but it's not on streaming, so I'm just gonna have to rent it.
I watch it illegally on YouTube, but
that's fun.
If you guys are looking to illegally stream Brokeback Mountain, don't tell people that you got the link from me, but I do have it.
This is what people will tune in for. This is the type of information that they tune in for. Sure.
Hey, I tell you this: there's no pro wrestling post show that is going to cover the importance of abortions at the beginning, and then close with the legal links to Brokeback Mountain. You can only find this kind of high quality content here at the Dynamite Diaries. And you might be wondering, Danielle, why are you sideways? Because I have 4 glasses of wine, because I'm stupid.
You leaning against that wall hard as fuck. Oh my god. But yes, one last thing I wanted to say, not about AEW. Honestly, I like Dynamite a lot. Women's division is probably one of the biggest. Like, let's get this rolling. For me, and also too, the tag division is so good right now. Don't let FTR having them belts for too long ruin it.
No.
But the thing I really, because I know I haven't tweeted about it or talked about it, Evil leaving New Japan, bro. I've been asking for this for years, and we're finally here. But I will say, as a real Evil and House of Torture hater, he went out with a bang. His last match was a great one, versus Aaron Wolf in the Dome. He always understood how to do a great stadium entrance, which I appreciated. He does bring a level of, spectacle to the function. I saw that they trademarked the word sinister in WWE, so maybe that's gonna be his new name. Sure. I think that this is an amazing signing for a World Wrestling Entertainment. I think that this is amazing.
I think it's an even better signing for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
But I will say a lot of Japanese fans are really hurt. Like they really, really, like they're really hurt. And I get it. He was a dojo guy. He did a lot. He did a lot. He was Aaron Wolf's trainer. That was one of the last things he did. So it's just kind of like, I can see. I understand. I personally, I think also too it's going to force some restructuring because there's only one or two. There's only three now. 3 factions, well 4, but 3 Japanese specific factions because TMDK is like an international hub, in New Japan right now, and House of Torture obviously probably was the biggest one, but with Evil not being that leader, it's really gonna force a lot of the youth to step up. I'm interested to see who actually takes over as leader. It's probably gonna be Ren Narita. And I'm interested to see what Ren does as a leader. I've never seen him as one. So I don't know if he'll be able to do it. Like I said, Evil, as wild as he was, the nigga did have aura. He had he could put a great entrance together, put on a cool coat, and turn the smoke machine on. I ain't never really seen Ren Narita be swagged out before. So I don't know, man. I'm not saying that he can't. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. Never felt that. Never experienced that emotion. So shit. But I'm really excited about New Japan right now. It's been really hard for me to consume a lot of wrestling recently. Not because I hate wrestling. I actually really love wrestling. I enjoy it whenever I do watch it. It's just the state of the world so fucked up right now, man. I just. If it's not rewatching my favorite comfort shows or, the wrestling I have in the schedule, like this is part of my routine every Wednesday, it's hard. But I have been making time for New Japan this year, what's happened so far. And it's been really good. Like, not even okay, but it's been really good. So I hope we can keep this going. Maybe it's because so many people are leaving. We thinning out, we draining the swamp. Sure. But yeah, Shin Han, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. We here. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Do you have anything that you like to plug? Oh yeah, you have something to plug, right?
Not yet. But guys, stay tuned. We've got some fun stuff coming up for Black Girl Wrestling. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you are not subscribed to Black Girl Wrestling, go put your hand in the cash register because that money is your money as of right now. You subscribe to Black Girl Wrestling and you get, I don't know. I don't have anything to offer, but please do so because we're so close. And when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do something super fun and crazy. I don't know what yet. So if y'all have ideas, let me know. And go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say Danny's closer to 1,000 than me, but if you want to subscribe a little bit and get me closer as well, that would be nice. You can do both, actually. You can do both.
Choose.
We literally put the We've literally put the words on the screen like side by side. You could subscribe both of us to both of us at the same time. That would be really great.
You cannot. If you subscribe to Black Girl Wrestling, you have to unsubscribe.
Somebody said I went put my kid to bed, finished Heated Rivalry, and came back. Y'all still alive? Hey, oh my god, how was it? That's like my favorite thing to do. I'm probably gonna go to bed and well, I'm gonna eat my food because I didn't eat today. And I'm going to probably rewatch Heated Rivalry again. Oh,
I'm going, hey man. And when I do those rewatches, I go straight for episode 4. And sometimes if I'm
you like angst.
Nice,
if
I'm feeling really nice and sweet, or something else, then I'll start with 1 and 2. Skip 3, always skip 3.
I was about to say, so how many times have you actually watched episode 3?
Once.
And it's crazy because I've rewatched the show. I'm almost embarrassed to say how many times I've rewatched the show. It's been at least I've rewatched 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 consecutively at least 4 times already. And 1 and 2, I think I rewatched at least 3 times before episode 3 came out. I've only seen some of these episodes I've seen maybe anywhere between 6 to 7 times. I've only seen episode 3 twice.
I watched it the first time, and the first time I watched it, I said, "Wow, this is fucking boring." If I'm feeling during the daytime, my favorite episode is episode 6. During the not daytime, my favorite episode is 2.
Fair game. I'm
still in that Vegas bathroom, babes.
I just love the show. Like I really do love and it just depends on I can rewatch those episodes and find something new every single time.
Yeah.
Like every single time. Like I love all the Easter eggs. I love it's just really cool. I wasn't expecting it to again be so emotionally taxing. But
I agree.
I thought we were just doing young fly turns. It got me into reading. Guess what? I have read more books in the last 2 months than I have in probably the 2 years before it. It got me back into reading.
I'm the opposite. I read this and I said, "Oh, I have to read this 6 more times," and then I can't read other books because I'm like, "Where's Ilya Rosanov?" I want to acknowledge that someone in the chat said, "Looking forward to seeing more Skip in 2020."
Yo, brother.
There are words. Everyone is so entitled to their own opinion, even though sometimes those opinions are wrong. I support you as someone who supports the Dynamite Diaries and who subscribes to Lyric. However, I don't want to see those old men on my screen anymore.
Yes, y'all, I do need y'all to know that if we finally get more episodes next season, I ain't wasting none of them on Skip. I'll tell you that. Do what you want with that information. And if we don't get more episodes next season, then we're definitely not spending screen time on Skip. And I think also now that I've been able to read the books, I know for a fact that if there's a lot of Skip in season 2, they literally will have just made that up.
You just made that up.
If you read Role Model and The Long Game, Scott Hunter it's not every day, bro.
Because he's 1,000,000 years old. He ain't got shit going on.
That's just not that's not their peers, that's not Shane and Lily's peers, period. But we have to put
what y'all got going on is a classy party. What Shane and Ilya got going on is not a classy party.
It just you mean to tell me, people are like, especially when people are like, "Oh man, I couldn't really get in the episode Heated Rivalry until episode 3." Ah man, so you mean to tell me Scott having Kip locked in that tower like Rapunzel for days at a time? He couldn't see his family. That was fly to you. You said, "Nah, this is more realistic." Oh, okay.
Blink twice.
Sure, the people who
we all know a 10-year situationship is much more realistic than falling in love. he texting the smoothie man for smoothies, and y'all texting the text man for
the text man for text.
Come on.
What's that? 1000%. Have you never not ended up in a situationship with literally somebody when you were 18?
We've all been there.
We've all been there. Typically, it's somebody around your age, similar with enough proximity. Come on, guys, get with the program, please. But I also realized, though, and I've learned this from the fandom, so many of the people who watch Heated Rivalry don't interact with like real people in their day-to-day lives, and it shows. So
I also, oh my god, this is my last thing because we need to. It's 1 a.m. This has been a hour.
I'm delirious.
I think that people are really, really dramatic about this. I feel like everybody is really overreacting to everything that happens in and around Heated Rivalry, and I don't think that any of it is that deep for the vast majority. I also think that there's a conversation to be had just generally about people love to pick fights in fandoms and be like, oh, well, do y'all notice how XYZ? It's not always something. It's not always.
I think also too of just listen, I have been in fandom for so long of like, especially fandoms that, have a romance component. We was, team Edward versus team Jacob, or you have team Gail versus team PETA, or eventually, there's Teen Wolf, there's Vampire Diaries, team Damon versus team Stepin. Even more recently, right? Like the Summer I Turned Pretty, team Conrad versus team Jeremiah. Just Heated Rivalry is not built like that.
No.
What do you mean?
They go together bad. That's it.
What are you talking about?
Ilya Rosanov would unplug Scott Hunter's life support to charge Shane's phone at 100%.
Like, what are we talking? Like, bro, what are we talking about? But I also realize, like I said, Auntie been in the game too long. I can't keep up with y'all when it comes to some of this fandom talk.
Like, I'm not arguing about some of this shit.
I'm not arguing with you.
It doesn't matter.
There is no wars. There's no teams.
Some of this doesn't matter. Sometimes you just gotta know, oh, that's not true, and log off.
I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not.
Don't let that ruin your day, sister.
And I think it's also too. I think it's because it's a queer romance, and people are not able to be queer. People are not able to be normal about queer relationships because, again, like as I've gotten roasted for on this show, I watch a lot of like the top romance shows that come out, and the discourse be bad, but it don't be like this. Y'all was not acting like this over the summer.
That's because everybody, y'all, we're picking fights, and some just log off. Just log off.
But people like to argue about anything. Like I said, I loved Forever. Forever was amazing on Netflix, and I watched it like without really like checking Twitter at the time. I kind of like just really binge watched episodes and really enjoyed it. And then I get on Twitter, people like Keisha Fast, and she's bad, and she was toxic to bro, and it's just like
they build your own bubbles and live there. That's kind of like
they love each other, and he will literally kill you about her. Like, what are you talking about? There's no teams to be had. There's no team, but and
that's how I like it. Nice and strict.
We have just strict program. We've just idealized so many characters to where like, oh yeah, people are not okay with having characters with genuine conflict, with genuine flaws. Yeah, I fear.
But we need to get off here.
Yes, we do. Thanks, everybody.
Talk about Heated Rivalry.
This was fun.
We should. Oh, never mind.
Sorry. Next week, the next time we see you, it'll be Black History Month.
Yeah, so that's actually what I was gonna say. I was gonna read a comment that said Danielle always looks like it's her first minute on Earth, and I said, well, that's how I sound when you guys are like, oh yeah, and then Star Wars and Star Trek. I ain't seen it. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, what's everybody gonna get me for Black History Month? Comment below. I'll actually stay on the stream a couple minutes longer so that y'all can figure it out. Well, Amazon wish list.
I have a question. If I put out an Amazon wish list, well, I'm not supposed to be buying anything off Amazon right now, but if I put some type of wish list out, would y'all actually send something?
No. Why would I send you something?
Sure. Okay. Is the Black History Month stream official yet or no? We're doing something. We're doing something.
Not you got us.
We're doing something. Yeah, yeah. I thought if we just got quiet about it. We're doing something. And we kind of have a date. We just got to figure out the hows and what's, because there's other stuff that we want to do, like especially like with things happening right now. Like we kind of put together a tentative idea that we're going to raise money for some organizations around immigrant justice towards the latter for the hinge between our birthdays. So from
we didn't tell our whole business. We don't have a plan yet. Don't tell people.
Oh well, okay. Well, it's going to happen. So sure,
we don't do something.
Also,
we're working out. What we're working out right now is the when and wheres of the woke agenda.
Correct.
That's all.
Yes,
but trust. There
will is happening. I'm really excited about Black History Month because I think it's more important than ever. And my birthday is during that time. So yes, everybody, show me love.
So what's everybody getting lyric, but also me for Black History Month?
Yes, correct.
You can get lyric 2 gifts. You give me 1. It's fine.
Correct. I think that's great. We always accept cash. Yeah. Always accept cash. Cash apps.
No 3/5 compromise around here, partner.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for chats tonight. This has been so much fun. Thank you for watching the Dynamite Diaries. We will see you next week.
Love you. Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month in advance. Bye.
Good night, Wad.